of 56-0, a quick bounce back after Northwest was doubled up a week earlier at Capon 34-17. The Grizzlies got healthier last week, fixed some problems they had from the previous week, and they pitched a shutout and ran up and down the field all over the place against East. Also capitalized on a handful of East turnovers, and the Grizzlies last week looked like the Grizzlies from the last couple of years, unlike the week before. Now we'll see if they can back that up with another solid outing against a team that they should handle, at least on paper, but they don't play games on paper. However, Campus's Colts are 0-4 on the season. It's been a struggle this year for Jamie Cruz's squad, and we'll see what happens at the top of the hour tonight. This is our HTO pregame show. Welcome in, everybody, from Grizzly Stadium. HTO right in front of the Northwest campus, where there is time, if you're heading out to the stadium, to grab a tea and some snack, one of their 25 great flavored sweet and unsweetened teas. HTO sponsors your pregame show. Stop by and see them. They are right in front of the Northwest campus. One other note about tonight's game, it is homecoming, so a lot of festivities will be taking place throughout the night, including at halftime. Always a festive atmosphere for homecoming tonight as the Grizzlies take on campus. Well, let's welcome in my broadcast partner, Kevin Arkin. Kevin, good to have you along.
Good to be here, as always.
I thought that the Grizzlies really answered probably a pretty challenging week in practice last week from Steve Martin. Again, redeeming themselves from the week before. Now can they back it up with another team that they probably, you would think, should handle fairly easily tonight?
This should be, you don't want to call it a cakewalk, but you're right. This is a team that the Northwest Grizzlies should be able to handle without any problem. I expect a high-scoring game from the Northwest side. I would be very surprised if the score is not lopsided. Nothing against campus, but they have struggled this year, and quite honestly, they don't have the horses that Northwest has. And as a result, with homecoming on top of that and the extra incentive that homecoming provides, this looks like on paper or visually that it's going to be a very lopsided Grizzly win.
Of course, not many teams do have the horses that Northwest does. The Grizzlies averaging 529 yards of offense this season, including a whopping 447 on the ground, which is almost exclusively where they did all of their damage last week, Kevin, except for a very late touchdown that was thrown by Jeremiah Moore. But this running attack was in full force last week. And again, you get a big lead, probably something we'll see again plenty of tonight.
L.J. Phillips spent most of the week last week with 4 or 5 defenders on his back as he was gaining 5 and 10 extra yards. I would expect that tonight he'll be doing the same thing.
3 Grizzlies have at least 500 yards rushing this season. Jeremiah Moore, their quarterback, 572, 525 for sophomore sensation Sincere Thompson. L.J. Phillips, 680 yards on the ground this season and 9 touchdowns. The numbers are gaudy for the Grizzlies on the ground, and again, expect a good dose of that tonight. All right, it's the Grizzlies and campus. Kickoff coming up at the top of the hour. We will take a timeout on our HTO pregame show. When we come back, Kevin had a chance to visit with head coach Steve Martin about last week's victory over East, and he'll preview tonight's contest with campus as well, so stay tuned for that as Grizzly football continues. This is Grizzly football, and it's presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
Yo.
Okay, we just couldn't hear it. Sweet. All right.
The HTO pregame show continues now with our weekly visit with head
You do
coach
that so well, sir.
Steve Martin.
Say what?
You do that hog
each
wild
and
so
every
well.
week by Hog Wild Barbecue, 21st and Tyler Road. Don't be late. They close at 8. Coach, first of all, congratulations on a very convincing win against what should be a very good East High team.
Yeah, it's a big difference between the Grizzlies when we're healthy and when we're not. So it's good to come out and get some of our guys back and try to get some momentum heading into October. So
we talked about last week. We talked about the injury situation. We talked about it in the pregame show as well. And the very first play defensively, we got to call the name of number 4, Darius Diaz, and we welcomed him back into the game.
That's a 3-year starter. He's not out there. The week before, Nate Carter's a 4-year potential starter, and you got Butch Reagan in there who's not in there. So it's a totally different dynamic makeup of your defense when those guys are in there, because those are the heart and soul of your defense right in the middle, not only just by playmakers,
Thank you, sir.
leaders. And so
All right.
to have those guys back.
Now what I'll do,
like everybody was in sync,
when
and it was good to have those
referee, I'll just, rather than lean out, we can
I'll
just turn it up.
Defensive performance last week,
Unless there's
had
too
to
many
come
people
from,
directly below us
Mr.
talking,
Zach
then you can't
Morford.
turn
He
it
was
up.
just
That's
all
the
over the
danger
place.
of.
So I have no problem leaning out the window.
I've had people cussing on those.
Yes. That's the other problem.
The captain, he has really elevated his game, and he's been very vocal. And I think a lot of people at Grizzly Land don't like being 2-2, but I feel like this team's starting to figure out what we got to do to be successful in November. So we just got to stay healthy and get some momentum out.
We talked about 2013 when you were 1-2.
He is such a good interview.
It all came together that year, and we were talking about maybe this will be history repeating itself.
Yeah, I've been on when I was at Wichita Heights. We were 2-4 my first year there, and we battled off. Quick math, at least 7 straight to get the state championship round. So, we're playing a little bit different schedule than we did back when I was at Heights that year. But the same things that make up.
We may need to throw in an extra break.
All that stuff, people don't look at.
Band.
And so it plays a big part. And we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to keep worrying about what we have going on, and we're going to keep taking these preseason tests and get ready for the postseason.
How about the offensive performance by one L.J. Phillips, over 200 yards in rushing in the contest? What a great game he had.
Yeah, I think he's actually put together 3 pretty good solid weeks, starting with the Heights game. People are seeing him develop into the runner that we thought we could have with him and be that next guy. We call this running back high, and he is starting to show of him kind of being that guy that can be the next guy that can maybe potentially go play outside.
I don't want to take anything away from the counter punch of that, and that's Sincere Thompson.
Yeah, they're a low, they're a 1-2 punch, and Jeremiah hasn't been healthy since the second quarter of the Carroll game. So when he gets, full up to game speed, we got a 3-headed monster right there that no one really wants to look across from.
It's kind of a repeat of last year and the last couple of years. You've had that 3-headed monster going.
Yeah,
They're going to sing the national anthem. You sure you don't want to do
nice.
it? Willing to
Do what?
To put their nose in there.
Carry it?
Carry it,
Some
yeah.
of the running backs in the past.
If it works out right.
More of a finesse type runner. These guys don't care to smack you and hit you. So it's a physical running style that these guys bring, and even Jeremiah. So, they're fun to watch, and the line just keeps getting better and better and better.
We keep talking during the broadcasts about L.J. Phillips or Thompson, getting an extra 5 yards with 3 or 4 defensive
How soon are they
players
going
on
to do
their
it?
back.
I don't know.
Just starts in the weight room.
They were lining up like they were getting ready.
If we come back and they're doing it, we'll pause for that. We don't have starting lineups for campus, so we got to.
That's what I'm saying. We got the
Get
time.
away from the City League for a week. We take on the campus Colts, a team we have not played in a while. What can you tell us about them? And
I better not rip Cruz too much. Steve just said they're friends.
Pratt, he actually won 2 state titles before he came over.
Works.
Very well done, sir.
Thank you. We do what we can. Like I said, he makes it easy.
Yeah, he does.
He's a good interview.
Say it again. Yes, sir. Yep. Just 2 minutes is fine. Did you say another 2-minute break after this 2-minute break? No, just 2 minutes is fine. Who is that would sing it, Kevin?
Say that.
Is that the choir that's going to sing it?
The Madrigals, probably.
Okay.
Madrigals.
There's Mr. Lance Deckinger.
They're getting ready. Must be after this song.
This will be perfect. Might work out perfect.
There comes the flag.
Welcome back to Grizzly Stadium. Part of our HTO pregame show. The Grizzlies in campus coming up at the top of the hour. Special night tonight, though. Homecoming. And we've got the color guard out, and the Madrigals are going to sing the national anthem. So once they get that started, Kevin, we'll
stop.
Join in.
We'll stop.
Yeah, it'll be fun to listen to the Madrigals singing the national anthem.
They do a wonderful job singing anything.
We want to thank our friend Jose Garcia at the 21st Avenue Barbershop, 21st and Tyler. He'll give you a $10 haircut. Just mention you heard about him on Grizzly Radio. Jose Garcia at the 21st Avenue Barbershop, $10 haircuts. Stop by, ask for Jose. He'll take great care of you. He does for me in about 1.3 minutes. Every 6 weeks I stop by to see him. Hey, we've got another sponsor tonight that jumped aboard. Chance Transmissions down on 6325 South Seneca will be sponsoring all campus first downs tonight. They are down near Haysville. Talk to Dave and the folks down there. They are absolutely expanding by leaps and bounds. And Dave is a supporter of Campus High School and the folks at Chance Transmissions, but also all Wichita area high schools, thanks to Chance Transmissions for jumping aboard tonight. A couple of our sponsors on, Kevin, something we haven't talked about yet, but what will be a delightful night for football.
A beautiful night here, partly cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze, and it feels like autumn. It's football weather here.
Yeah, it sure is. As our HTO pregame show rolls along, HTO in front of the Northwest High School campus, 25 flavors of sweet and unsweetened tea. They've got tea, they've got snacks. If you're on your way to the stadium, stop by and see them. Or if you're on the west side of town, HTO. A couple doors down from Quick Trip in front of the Northwest campus. One of our sponsors, our Grizzly pregame show sponsor as well. We'll run down our starting lineups momentarily, but right now, let's join in on the national anthem and the festivities out on the field.
First Sergeant, Cadet Keeper, Cadet Corporal, Elena Gonzalez, Cadet Private.
Introducing the honor guard right now. And then the Madrigals will get set to sing the national anthem. Very nice. The Madrigals at Northwest High School bringing us our national anthem. Kevin, you told me you used to be able to sing like that.
I never could sing like that, and I never told you that.
All right.
I think you're delusional.
Okay. Let's run down our starting lineups for tonight's game, brought to you by Pizza Ranch, 21st and Tyler, where you can get the country's best chicken on the buffet or delivered to your door. Starting lineup for the Grizzly offense looks like this. Jacob Lamb and James Gilbertson are the tackles. Lamb goes 6'3", 250, and a junior on the left side. Gilbertson on the right, 6'4", 255. He's a senior. Kevon Stallings and Alex Herrera are the guards. Stallings the left, 6'3", 265, and a senior. Herrera, 6'2", 280. He's a junior. Nathan Davis is the sophomore center, 6 feet, 255 pounds. Again, he is a sophomore. As you heard, no Michael Lopez again tonight. He's injured and will not play, so expect to see Takari Brown, 5'10", 160, and a sophomore. Trenton Salisbury, also a receiver, and a 5'11", 175-pounder. Randall Bell, 5 receptions on the year. He leads all players in receiving at that position anyway, as the Grizzly backs are pretty good at catching the ball as well. Bell, 6 feet, 180. He's a senior. Speaking of the running backs, L.J. Phillips is one, 5'8", 200 pounds, and a junior. Sincere Thompson is the other, 5'10", 205. He's a sophomore. And the quarterback, Jeremiah Moore, 5 feet, 195-pound senior, who has rushed for nearly 600 yards on the season and thrown for just a little over half that at 325 on the year. That is your Grizzly offense, and now for the Grizzly defense, here's Kevin.
All righty, we'll start up here with the three-man front. Nate Carter, the 6'2", 245-pound senior, is at one end. The tackle is Trey Birch, 260, 6 foot, a sophomore, and a 6-foot junior weighing 220, Caden Ross at the other side for the Grizzlies. Your linebackers are Jacob King, 5'10", 175, sophomore. Darius Diaz, boy, were we glad to get him back last week. 5'11", 190-pound senior, and he plays like he weighs 250. The guy is unbelievable. And then Jerome Reagan, who had a great week last week as well, a 220-pound senior at 5'11", looking for big things out of him as well. Cornerbacks, Jeremiah Harris at left cornerback, 5'9", 155-pound sophomore. And at the right side, Dontrell Harris, a 6-footer, weighing 170 pounds, and Dontrell is a junior. One change at safety. Ben Heidebrecht has moved to free safety. He's 5'11", 165. He'll make use of some of his speed. The other safeties are Derek Robinson, 5'10", 165, a senior, and Zach Morford, and we talked about him a lot last week too, and you heard Coach talking about him on the pregame show. 5'10", 190-pound senior, Zach Morford. And that's the starting defense for the Grizzlies tonight.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. And unfortunately, after multiple attempts in various ways to obtain a starting lineup for campus, they were not very cooperative in that department. So unfortunately, we've got a numerical roster for campus, but no starting lineups, no two-deep roster. We apologize. There's only so much you can do to try to get the message across. Every time this happens, and it doesn't happen often, fortunately, Kevin. Most coaches are very cooperative when it comes to that request. But the few times they haven't, there's one commonality each time, and it's a bad football team.
Well,
when a coach,
I hate to say any team is a bad football team, but how about a team that is struggling? If the team is really struggling, sometimes that'll happen. And this team, no doubt, is struggling.
I don't think it's a coincidence, though. Sometimes coaches just don't help out, and so no starters. So bear with us as we try to muddle our way through what's happening with campus names and players and what have you throughout the night. Nonetheless, our starting lineups, again, brought to you by Pizza Ranch 21st and Tyler, where you can get the country's best chicken on the buffet, or give them a call. They'll deliver it right to your door. Roasted chicken at Pizza Ranch. It doesn't get much better than that. All right, one more timeout. When we come back, the opening kickoff will take place after some of our keys to the game, so stay tuned for that as our HTO pregame show puts the finishing touches on itself in a few minutes. Back with our final segment of that in a moment. This is Grizzly Football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
Banter Automotive is now open at Central.
Do you want to...
Banter Automotive is now open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays. Banter Automotive is now open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays. Banter Automotive is now open at Central and Banter Automotive is now open at
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Whatever you're more comfortable with is good with me.
Okay.
Hey. How are you?
Doing good. How you doing?
Good.
Well, let me ask you this. Are you able to scoot over then without the
I'm moving
camera?
as we speak.
Because that might
I'm taking this window.
Are you okay, Shane? Are we cramping you?
You all right, buddy?
I can probably even right here, because then I can, much better.
Real quick, how's school?
It's going good.
Good. You're not flunking out?
No, not
Okay.
good.
Yeah, good call on the handheld. I've got some at home. I never thought to bring it.
I never leave home without it.
Well, I have actually brought it, but I think we got caught with wind or... Welcome back to Grizzly Stadium. Grizzlies have come out onto the field, as has the campus Colts. We're moments away from kickoff as our HTO pregame show about to wrap up. And again, if you're heading this way, stop by HTO right in front of the Northwest campus. Grab a tea, grab a snack, and head on over. Or if you're here listening on your headphones, you can zip over there at halftime and grab you something to drink or a snack. HTO sponsors our Grizzly pregame show all season long. Well, the captains are heading out to midfield for our coin toss. As the four Grizzlies out there, Jeremiah Moore, Zach Morford, Darius Diaz is another. As Northwest, interesting, a couple of weeks ago, Kevon Stallings the other, by the way. Interesting, a couple of weeks ago at Caven, the Grizzlies actually accepted the opening kickoff that they won the toss on. Normally, Northwest will defer, and they came back and deferred it last week.
Yeah, they went back to that last week, and I don't know what the strategy was to take the ball first, unless they wanted to hopefully pound in a score early and have Capon playing on defense the whole time, we went 3 and out, so it didn't work.
Phil's Coins sponsors your coin toss. The best price on gold, silver, and bullion is at Phil's Coins, 9344 West Central. Grizzlies are in their home blues, blue jerseys, gold pants with blue and gold helmets. identical to the helmet of the Michigan Wolverines. It looks like Northwest has won the toss.
And they're taking the ball.
Northwest has won the toss, and again, they're taking it. Like Kevin said, something you don't see as much of anymore under the Steve Martin regime, but Northwest will get the football first to start our contest. Your opening kickoff brought to you by Jensen Chiropractic, right across the street from Northwest High School, where Susan Jensen will do sports physicals for just $20. Jensen Chiropractic sponsors your opening kickoff tonight on Kevin. What's, again, just a great night for football.
You couldn't ask for a better evening.
No. Now, moments ago, you were showing 70 degrees.
That is not right.
And I'm showing 57.
It is not
now.
57.
Yeah, we're gonna get off of that app and come back in and see what it shows now. It still says 57.
What do I say?
70.
Thank you.
That's more like it.
We'll go with mine.
But then at 7 o'clock, it says 73 degrees. I don't know what's up with this app, Kevin. It's the same app as you.
Maybe you didn't pay your phone bill.
No? Well.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm making it up.
Here we go. Grizzlies have a man back deep, just one that's the deepest. That's Takari Brown. Again, he'll play plenty of receiver tonight. And teeing it up for the campus Colts is their place kicker who approaches it. And that is Alden Hess, and he sends it all the way back to Brown, who's got it right up the gut, and he's right through the seams across the 20, 25, out to the 31-yard line. Good return to start the game. Jaron Dodson, a senior on special teams for campus, makes the stop at the Grizzlies. 1st and 10, 69 yards away. Well, they'll say 70. He was dropped at the 30, 70 yards away from our Stroud's end zone. Grizzlies from our left to right here in the first half. Campus is in their road white jerseys with black pants, black numbers, and black helmets as well. 1st and 10, and it's Jeremiah Moore out of the shotgun, man in motion, but he'll fake the handoff and throw a little swing pass out to the near side, and he's got Randall Bell on the swing pass. Good gain out near the line to gain at the 40. It's close. He picked up either 9 or 10. They'll say 10. That will be just enough to move the chains. Johnny Harrison on the stop in the secondary for campus, but 1st and 10 Northwest. Jeremiah Moore, zone read, swing pass to Bell, this time on the left side, and Bell's got room again. Across the 45 to the 50, into campus territory he goes, move the chains, out of bounds at the 48 of the Colts, a gain of 12. That's a Northwest first down.
2 passing plays to start the game. First time this year they've done that.
Both little play-action swing passes out into the flats. Both to Randall Bell. Handoff here. L.J. Phillips coming right. Breaks out of a tackle. He's inside the 40. Breaks another one at the 35, 30, 25, 20, and down near the 15-yard line, L.J. Phillips moves the chains. Another Grizzly first down before Christian Sicard chases him down. But a gain of 33 yards and a first down.
Big run for LJ as he shook a tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 Grizzlies from the 13. Phillips handoff right up the middle. 10-5. Touchdown Grizzlies. It was easy. Just 47 seconds into the game. 37 seconds into the game. The Grizzlies are in the end zone at 6-0.
They moved the ball 70 yards in 4 plays.
It's a pretty good average, but not uncharacteristic of what the Grizzlies do, as the extra point is on its way, and it is good. 11:23 to go, first quarter. Just like that, the Grizzlies up. Northwest 7, campus nothing. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
Oh, that didn't take long.
What is up with that?
I don't know.
But then look, it says 70. That's right, the rest of the night.
But this is wrong, too. The low wasn't 55 this morning, was it? I didn't think it got that cold. Maybe it's a malfunction. Not of the phone, of the app.
Grizzly opening drive, 70 yards and 4 plays. 37 seconds off the clock is all. It's 7-0. Northwest has the lead. We mentioned the game time temperature of 70 degrees with practically no wind. Your game time temperature brought to you by Joaquin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at the corner of Central and Woodchuck, where they do implants. Joaquin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry also treats patients of all ages, from youths to seniors. Joaquin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Kickoff returned by Campus, but not much of a return before Derek Robertson laid the leather on one of the return men for Campus, and the Colts will have it 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. 11:19 to go first quarter. Northwest 7, Campus nothing. So here comes the Campus offense. Again, they were not courteous enough to provide us with a starting lineup, so we're going to have to do this on the fly. But the starting quarterback for Campus is Brody Johnson, 5'10" junior quarterback. He's going to turn around, and on some misdirection, he's going to hand it off to his fullback, and that's going to be a very short gain. Dylan Scheller is on the carry, and Jacob King brings him down. And for King, that is his 16th tackle on the season. He started the night tied for 4th most in tackles on the season. So a gain of a yard, 2nd and 9 from the 28-yard line. Actually, they'll say he picked up 2. There we go, 2nd and 8. Clock running, 10:45 to go, first quarter. Northwest 7, Campus nothing. Their opening drive of the game for the Campus Colts from our right to left. Under quarterback again is Scheller. He'll hand it off right up the middle. Not much doing, as on the carry was again the fullback for Campus, who's wearing number 45 that we don't have on our Campus roster. And again, some of the signs of a disorganized team that's 0-4 on the season reflected in the numerical roster we got, the lack of a 2-deep roster provided to us, so just don't have a whole lot to go on. It's 3rd and 4 Campus from their own 32-yard line, 2 minutes into the game. Northwest leading 7-0. Brody Johnson is the quarterback. He's got a running back behind him. You heard Steve Martin in a pregame show talk about this is a very similar offense to Capen's. And on 3rd down, running play coming right is going to be number 45. And again, we just don't have that number. He's brought down by Darius Diaz, and that will be just enough for a first down. Campus first downs tonight brought to you by our friends at Chance Transmissions, 6325 South Seneca. Chance Transmissions, big supporters of Campus football and all Wichita area high school athletics. Clock running, 9.5 minutes to go first quarter. Opening drive of the game for Campus. They lead 7-0. Brody Johnson is going to move under center. It looks almost like a triple option type of rushing attack also for this Campus team, and this time I think it's going to be a handoff again. No, that was the quarterback keeper this time. Johnson rolled around to the left side. He actually picked up about 4 yards before Nate Carter brought him down, so not a bad gain there.
Was a pretty good gain on that quarterback keeper.
Doesn't it remind you of watching Air Force or Navy?
It does.
Or Army?
It does. This is a triple option offense, and that's kind of what we were expecting. But Air Force is the best comparison.
Under 9 minutes left, and this all will make for what we would expect to be a very quick game. We're going to have that clock running a lot tonight based on how much these two teams run the football. We might be out of here by 9 o'clock, Kevin.
We might be.
Might be stretching a little bit. Handoff up the middle on 2nd down and 6. And that's going to be that fullback again that's brought down by Jerome Reagan, who had a nice week last week, as Kevin alluded to in our pregame show. But a pickup by the fullback of about 5 yards. So they just need, 1, maybe 2 yards does Campus for another first down.
Let's see our defense step up to the task here and force the punt.
3rd and 2 for Campus. Ball resting at their own 44-yard line from our right to left on a beautiful night in Wichita for football. Not much wind. Temperature at about 70 degrees. On 3rd and 2, this is going to be Johnson handing it off to his tailback up the middle, and the Grizzlies read that one well. Maybe a gain of a yard, but that'll be shy of the first down. It's going to be 4th down and a yard, and now a big decision here for the coaching staff, Jamie Cruz and company for Campus. And right now they've got their offense on the field. Josh Daffern on the stop for Northwest on the last play. And that'll be very interesting if they go for it here. Josh Daffern in at the safety position, just a sophomore getting some early action. and Campus will leave their offense on the field. 4th and a yard. Got to watch the hard count. We saw East fool the Grizzlies on it last week. 4th and 1. Campus will go for it. Handoff up the middle to the fullback who's got the first down. Across the 46 to the 48-yard line. So the chains will move. A gain of about 3. And for Northwest on the stop, it was Jacob King. But there's another Chance Transmissions first down for Campus. 1st and 10 for the Colts from the 48-yard line of Campus. That's a good drive for Campus, Kevin.
It is.
Moved the chains a couple times.
Very methodical. They're taking their time in between plays. That's to keep the ball away from us.
Yeah, you almost don't want the big play. You'd rather get chunks of 4, 5, and 6 yards. They're going to run an option toss left here. Here is a big chunk around the left side. This is going to be a receiver, Garrett Denning, inside the 20 to the 15. He's all the way down near the 10-yard line before finally being chased down by Derek Robinson, who's back in the game. But they're on an end around as a big gainer for the receiver for Campus.
Derek Robinson's shoestring tackle on that play prevented the score from Campus. Now Campus is in the driver's seat inside the red zone.
And a Chance Transmissions first down for Campus. 1st and 10 from the Grizzly 13-yard line. Clock approaching the 6-minute mark left first quarter. Northwest 7, Campus nothing, but Campus is on the move. Brody Johnson, the quarterback, under center, and he's going to toss it out to the right side, and the running back is going to turn around. This is Dylan Scheller, and Scheller's going to turn the corner inside the 10, down to the 5 to the 2, and that'll be another first down for Campus. That's a gain of about 13 yards before Darius Diaz finally brought him down, and the chains will move again.
That was a nice run around the far side of the field to get that first down. Got some good blocking with him that time.
At this rate, Chance Transmissions is going to get their money's worth getting credit for all of the Campus first downs tonight. It's a nice drive by the Colts. Knock it on the door. A couple yards away from the end zone on 1st and goal. Under center is going to be Brody Johnson. He's got 2 backs behind him. Now one goes in motion. He'll hand it off to the fullback who plows through easily behind right guard. Touchdown, Campus. From 2 yards out, a nice methodical drive with one big play, and the Campus Colts have answered Northwest's score.
I'm a little bit surprised, but then again, I'm not.
Aiden Hess is the kicker for Campus. Big senior out there to attempt the extra point to tie this score. And the kick's on it his way, and he does just that. 5:13 left first quarter. The score, Northwest 7, Campus 7. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford. Wow.
We didn't do the keys to the game because we ran out of time.
Oh, okay.
When we come back, I want to do one of them.
Sure.
And it's the one for Northwest that would relate to that score.
Okay.
And we played them awfully soft, I thought, on that series.
Yeah, that was kind of uncharacteristic.
Yeah.
Well, each team has a touchdown drive. As the Grizzlies was nice, short, and sweet, 4 plays in 37 seconds, and then Campus just went on a nice long drive that took about 6.5 minutes off the clock. We are tied at 7. Kevin, quickly, we need to get to our keys to the game before too much time gets away. Our keys to the game brought to you by Central Auto Repair and Electric, where you can leave your keys with them while they give you a ride to work. 975 at Northwest Street. Kevin, your keys to tonight's game.
For Campus, real simple. Clog the middle, keep L.J. Phillips under 125 yards. For Northwest, this is really important. Disregard the 0-4 record, and don't be looking forward to Southeast next week.
All right, thank you, Kevin, as Takari Brown takes the kickoff, and another good return for him across the 35 out to the 37-yard line, so the Grizzlies will have it 63 yards away from the Strouds end zone. From our left to right they go in a tie game, 7-7. Once again, our keys to the game brought to you by Central Auto Repair and Electric at 975 Northwest Street. All right, Jeremiah Moore, 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Phillips. L.J. Phillips coming right, just runs by everybody. Off to the races he goes. 40, 30, 20, and chased down from behind somehow by Christian Sicard. What a play by Sicard with some great makeup speed, but the Grizzlies are already in the red zone again.
For a big man, Sicard can move. I was very impressed with that. He saved a touchdown.
6 feet, 183-pound linebacker ran down L.J. Phillips. Now Sincere Thompson on 1st and 10. Draw play up the middle. He'll get stumbled up at about the 13-yard line. A gain of 5. It's 2nd and 5. Yeah, we've not seen anybody with that kind of makeup speed on L.J. Phillips.
No, not this year.
2nd and 5, Grizzlies from the campus 18. This is going to be a handoff, and Phillips coming right is going to cross the 10-yard line and get dropped at the 9. He'll pick up 4. That'll bring up 3rd down and a yard. Jaron Dodson in on the stop for campus, senior linebacker. So it's actually, they'll give Phillips a 1st down. It's 1st and goal. Moore, zone read, fakes the handoff, comes right inside the 5 to the 3 to the 2, and he's bumped out of bounds right there. So a nice job by Johnny Harris, a 5'7" senior defensive back, to bump Moore out, but it will be 2nd and goal from just outside the 2. Moore, shotgun, 2 running backs, 1 to either side, low snap, digs it out, hands it off to Phillips. That's too easy. In behind left tackle, touchdown Grizzlies.
Right up the middle.
It almost looked like campus wanted him to score.
Really. He just breezed in right up the middle.
You've seen those late game situations where a defense lets the team score to get the ball back and try to. That's almost what that looked like.
That is almost what it looked like. Yeah, it was real easy.
I mean, he got the ball and just jogged in. He realized campus was going to provide no force or push whatsoever. Sauter's extra point is good. 4:13 to go, first quarter. Northwest 14, campus 7. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford. Jeez.
They listen to me on offense anyway.
You should be down there coaching.
Yeah, really.
Geez, how about a little effort, campus?
Well, you can see out the window, right?
Yes.
I'm going to do that. If there becomes a problem, let me know.
Well, we've had 3 drives in this game and 3 touchdowns, 2 by Northwest, 1 by campus, but they're about to get the football back are the Colts. From our right to left will go campus to return this Braden Sauter kick. 4:13 to go on the first quarter scoreboard. Northwest 14 and the campus Colts 7. Steve Strand, Kevin Harkin with you on a Friday night of football from Grizzly Stadium. We will not be back here for a few weeks after tonight. We'll be on the road at Southeast next week and South the following week. Then we'll be back here to wrap up the regular season against Hayes. Sauter's kickoff, not what the Grizzlies wanted. It trickles out of bounds. That's a penalty, and campus, Kevin, will have the football with good field position.
They will have good field position, and they'll be able to open up their game should they wish to do so.
Our thanks to Banner Automotive, home of the $40 oil change, for their sponsorship of Grizzly Athletics. Central and Mays, stop by and see them for your vehicle service. Banter Automotive at Central and Mays sponsors Grizzly Athletics, and they're the home of the $40 oil change. 1st and 10 campus from their own 35-yard line. Again, moving from our right to left. Now the Colts trailing Northwest by the score of 14-7. And their quarterback, Brody Johnson, is under center. He's got a man in motion out of that familiar triple option, and he's going to hand it off. And this is Remy Buckles, a junior, who's going to be brought down by Darius Diaz after maybe a gain of a yard. Diaz gets good push, and the Grizzlies read the running play well, but went right up the middle. So a gain of a yard is all, 2nd down and 9.
Time for the defense here to make a statement and hold them without a first down on this drive.
They probably got a little talking to from Mark Marinelli when they went over to the bench when the Grizzlies had the ball. Well, that's how much time they had because of that quick Grizzly score. Here's a pass back deep is Johnson, throws deep down the middle of the field. He's got a man there and just overshot him. Incomplete off the fingertips of Braden White, a sophomore who slipped behind the defense. Kevin and the Grizzlies got a break there.
We got a huge break because that receiver was 30 yards behind everybody else.
And
the last thing we were looking for, was a pass on that play. Everybody was playing the run.
And like the service academies, this team does not throw the football very much, and you're exactly right. If they threw the ball more, that's probably a more comfortable throw for their quarterback, Johnson.
And as it is, he got two hands on it, one, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
He juggled it, and then it hit the ground.
All right, and campus is going to call a timeout. And it's interesting, Kevin, we'll just keep it right here. 3:27 to go first quarter, 14-7 Northwest with the lead. It's a gamble that can pay off big, and it almost did if the throws on the money. The problem is, and this is probably why they called the timeout, now they're looking at 3rd and 9, which is very uncomfortable territory for a triple option team.
That's right, especially when they pass as little as this team does. You've got a passing down here. They get 2 yards, 3 yards at a time, and this is not a 2-yard or 3-yard play. So now they got to look in that playbook. What do we have that can get us 9 yards?
One thing I know, if I've watched a lot of Service Academy football over the years, is those teams are fearless on 3rd and 9 from getting away from the run. And so don't let that surprise you. You don't know. They might rattle off 7-8 yards right here, if not more. But the Service Academies in the triple option, not afraid to run the ball at all on 3rd and 9. We'll see what campus draws up here from their own 36-yard line. Brody Johnson is out. He's under center. Again, no shotgun out of the triple option. Got a running back directly behind him and then one to either side. He is going to run a little option toss out to Dylan Scheller, and he's going to get dropped in the backfield. Well read by the Grizzly defense that time. And that's going to be Jacob King in on the stop, and that'll bring up 4th down and long, and Kevin, the Grizzlies did answer the bell.
They did, and Jacob King smelled that one out. He was in the backfield almost before the ball got to the runner, Dylan Scheller, and all he did was chase him laterally until he caught him.
So it's punt time now for campus. Aiden Hess is back, standing at his own 20-yard line. The Grizzlies will send 2 back. Ben Heidebrecht is one of them. And for Northwest, the other one, Derek Robinson. This will be Robinson at the 28-yard line. He'll move right. He's got a little bit of room across the 45, out near midfield, and into campus territory he goes. Good return by Robinson on a 37-yard punt, but the net is far less than that as the Grizzlies will set up in Colt territory.
It's only a net 10-yard punt after the run back. Beautiful run back by Robinson. And he had a great pair of blockers just to the inside of him to give him a tunnel to run through.
1st and 10 Grizzlies, 48 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. Stroud's Restaurant sponsors your Grizzly end zone. Best pan-fried chicken in the state of Kansas, 36-61. North Hillside swing pass out to the far side. Randall Bell's got it, kind of like the 2 he caught in the first half, but earlier in the first quarter, but this time he's bottled up at about the 40-yard line. And it was Garrett Denning in on the stop. He'll end up picking up 7, but far fewer than the receptions he had earlier in this quarter.
Exactly.
Grizzlies at the 40-yard line now. From our left to right they go. Clock approaching 2 minutes left first quarter. Northwest 14, Campus 7. More play action fake. Back, rolling, under pressure. Down he goes. Spilled in the backfield. Great defense that time. Hunter Long was there. He got some help from Devin Hutto. And that's going to be a loss of about 7 yards, so they lost everything that Bell had gained on the reception the play previous.
3rd down and 10. This is unusual territory for Northwest.
And Jeremiah Moore just did a hard count, and he's going to get 5 yards.
Yep.
He did a good job of drawing Ben Johnson offsides.
Well, that makes up for most of the sack anyway.
And that'll make life easier for Jeremiah. Probably 4-down territory for the Grizzlies also if they don't get the 1st down here. Moore, shotgun. He's going to run it right up the middle. He's got room. He's got the 1st down inside the 30 and spilled at the 27-yard line. The chains will move again to 15 yards. Hunter Long again on the stop, but not before Jeremiah Moore picks up 1st down yardage.
You know, Jeremiah Moore getting sacked on the previous play. When's the last time he got sacked?
Doesn't happen much, and now whistles as this 1st down play starts, and a flag, a false start likely on the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they're already moving back.
Well, actually, they say illegal substitution. So usually when the flag is thrown right at the start of the play, false start's your first instinct, but
and especially when your team is moving back.
Yeah.
And they turn right around and move forward.
Grizzlies probably thought so as well. It was on campus. Or it was on them, excuse me. 1st and 5, Moore, back, looking, rolling, throwing, on the run to the end zone. Man wide open, pass dropped, incomplete. Salisbury all alone in the end zone. And how did he not hang on to that one?
It was right in his hands, and he was falling down as it hit him in the hands, and as he hit the ground, he just couldn't hold on to it.
I'll tell you what I like, though, from Jeremiah Moore right there. He was under pressure getting stepped up into the pocket. He didn't roll out laterally. He stepped up into it and threw a pretty well-thrown ball. On 2nd and 5, handoff, Sincere Thompson coming left here inside the 15. He's got the first down. They might spot him right at the first 15, actually, but still a gain of 7. The chains will move. 48 seconds to go, first quarter. Grizzlies leading 14-7. Northwest knocking on the door again. 1st and 10, 15 yards away from the Strouds end zone. Handoff, L.J. Phillips right up the middle to the 10-yard line he goes. Drop there after a gain of 5.
We can take it 5 yards at a time all night long.
Drive reminiscent of the first campus drive where they had a lot of 5 and 6 yard chunks. 1st and 5 here, swing pass out to the near side. Salisbury steps out of a tackle at the 10 to the 5. Touchdown Grizzlies. Trenton Salisbury redeems himself, and the Grizzlies are in the end zone for the 3rd time tonight.
Nice little pass, a little swing pass out to Thompson in the flat. All he had to do was run 10 yards to score.
So the Grizzlies now leading by the score of 20-7, and Braden Sauter's extra point is through with 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Grizzlies 21 and Campus 7. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford. I don't know if that was a Freudian, but it was Salisbury.
It was Salisbury.
Yeah. You said Sincere Thompson.
When? Just now?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I meant Salisbury.
Okay, that's what I
meant Salisbury. I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. A senior moment.
I've done it.
I can fix it.
Stay tuned for our halftime show brought to you by Hog Wild Pit Barbecue at the corner of 21st and Tyler. And our thanks to Hog Wild for sponsoring Grizzly football this season, being Obershears, and the folks at the Hog Wild 21st and Tyler, big supporters of Grizzly athletics. And a night like tonight has to make them happy. 21-7 so far. Northwest with the lead late first quarter. Braden Sauter to kick it off for the 3rd time tonight. And he will send this one over to the far side this time as the Grizzlies moving from left to right. It's caught by Garrett Denning, and Denning is across the 25, across the 30, and he's finally brought down at about the 33-yard line. And with 7 seconds left in the first quarter, it'll be Campus from our right to left, 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Jeremiah Harris in on the stop for Northwest. So we'd expect a running play right here, and that would take us to the end of the first quarter. And not all Grizzlies, Northwest leading 21-7, but that one drive for Campus was impressive.
Beautiful drive they had.
All on the ground. They did try one pass play. It was incomplete, but here we go. 1st and 10, handoff to the fullback. This is the unnamed fullback, at least from our roster, who wears number 45, and he runs off right tackle for about 4 yards, and that'll take us to the end of quarter number 1. Entertaining when it was, with a lot of activity, mostly on the ground. The score after one, Northwest 21, and the Campus Colts 7. You're listening to Grizzly Football, presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
Banter Automotive is now open.
We could give that guy a name.
Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
That fullback, that guy weighs more than 165, and he certainly weighs a lot more than 145, so it isn't either one of those two guys.
Second quarter about to begin. 21-7, Northwest has the lead over the Campus Colts tonight on a beautiful night from Grizzly Stadium. Homecoming tonight at Northwest. Steve Strain along with Kevin Arkin. Did you always get fired up for homecoming when you were in high school?
Always. Homecoming was a big deal. And we have a full house here tonight.
Yeah, we do. At least on the
northwest side.
That's right. It's the visitors' campus that will start the second quarter with the football. From our left to right, they'll go now. 2nd and 6 from their own 37-yard line. Brody Johnson is the quarterback, and he's going to keep it. He's going to turn his way up toward the 39-yard line. He gets spilled there, and he'll pick up a few. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4. And Jacob King starting to have a really nice evening for himself. We've called his name a bunch. He's in on the stop.
He's been in on at least 3 tackles tonight.
Well, they say you have to be very disciplined, assignment-sound football against the triple option if you're a defense, and stay at home a lot and don't get fooled by the misdirection. Clearly, he did his homework.
He did. And our credit goes to the defensive coordinator, Mark Marinelli, for getting this team prepared for that.
3rd and 4, campus from their own 39-yard line. And Johnson is going to toss, this time left side. This is going to be Garrett Denning. He's got room around the left side. Look out, 50, 45, 40, and finally brought down in Grizzly territory at the 37-yard line by Darius Diaz. 24-yard run and a 1st down, brought to you by Chance Transmissions for campus.
Let's give campus some credit. Their front line did a great job of opening a hole for the runner that play.
Boy, and Denning, how about a burst of speed by him once he got around the edge?
He did. He just turned on the jets.
Opening minute plus, second quarter, 21-7, Northwest over campus, but campus is on the move. 1st and 10 from the Grizzly 37-yard line. Brody Johnson, the quarterback, has a running back behind him, and that running back is going to get the handoff. That's Remy Buckles, and he falls in behind right guard. He'll pick up maybe a yard. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And you're talking about staying home. What a great job Jacob King did of staying home on that play. Basically, the runner met him.
Let the carrier come to you is what Jacob did, and it's what he's done a lot of the night, but that's what, again, you have to do against this kind of offense, and Jacob King's probably racked up about 5 or 6 tackles, it seems, already. They'll say no gain on the play, so it's 2nd and 10 campus at the Grizzly 37. Campus from a right to left, trailing Northwest 21-7. And this time it's going to be a quarterback keeper after he rolled around the left side. Then look out, he's back up the middle with room inside the 25, 20, 15 to the 10-yard line. What a run by the quarterback. That's Brody Johnson, finally brought down by Jeremiah Harris. They'll say just outside the 10 at the 11. And another Chance Transmissions 1st down. Well, a big gainer there of 26 yards.
Campus can run the ball.
They absolutely can.
Their defense is a very methodical defense, a very disciplined offense, I mean to say. And when they execute, they're hard to stop.
1st and 10 from just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. And this is going to be a handoff to Dylan Scheller. And Scheller's going to cut it in behind center. And he'll plow just inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line and pick up 2. And are you kidding me, Jacob King again?
I'm not kidding you.
Man.
He's just all over the ball tonight.
Last week we gave Zach Morford the nickname Zach Magnet, and because he was always around the ball, and you're going to have to transfer that name to Jacob King tonight or find their own name for him.
Your Magnet of the Week.
Yeah, that's right. 2nd and 8 from the 9-yard line of Northwest for the campus Colts, trailing 21-7, 8.5 to go second quarter. Johnson is going to hand it off around the left side. This is going to be Denning again, and he's tripped up at around the 6-yard line. He'll pick up a couple, and this time it was Jerome Reagan as they started running away from Jacob King.
Why you blame him?
But it's the other outside linebacker that picks up the stop there at the 7-yard line. So it's 3rd and 6 from the Grizzlies 7 for campus. They'll probably be in 2-down territory, one would think. But first, a flag, and that actually might change everything now because we've got a penalty coming up. Post-snap penalty. I should say pre-snap penalty, and it's actually on Northwest for encroachment. Grizzly coaching staff won't be happy with that.
Yeah, that'll make it 3rd and short.
Yeah.
they can get a first down without scoring.
They can. They need about a yard for a first down, 2 yards to the end zone. So it's 3rd and a yard from the 2. 21-7 Northwest in the lead, but that 14-point touchdown very much in jeopardy here. That 14-point lead, I should say. Johnson hands it off to his fullback, tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward, and I think he's short of the first down. He needed just a yard, and Kevin, I don't think from the initial
I don't
spot
think he made it either.
It's 4th down and a yard from the 2.
And they're not bringing the kicker out.
No, they are not.
I think they recognize who they're playing against, and
I think they're also very confident in their offense, and they should be the way they've run the football tonight.
They have done it well.
Big play here. 4th and a yard for Campus from the Northwest 2. Johnson, the quarterback, under center, and there's movement before the snap. They're going to move this one back 5 yards. And it was actually one of those running backs in that triple option that stumbled forward early.
I think he forgot the snap count. That's just what, because he took off, it looked like he just didn't know what the snap count was. So now what will they do at 4th and 6?
Well, I think you still have, boy, it's tough.
It's going to be harder because you have fewer options.
And, we don't know how sound the Campus kicking game is.
That is true.
Which could factor in, but again, can you really trade field goals for touchdowns against Northwest anyway?
Probably not.
So they will go for it. 4th and 6 from the 7 of Northwest.
Here's the defensive's turn to shine.
This could be a really big early play, too, if Northwest can get the stop. Johnson is passing back, pump fakes, throws toward the end zone, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by the Grizzlies, and they're heading the other way, and there's still room. 25, 20, 10, 5. This will be a pick 6 for the Grizzlies. Ben Heidebrecht, who just moved to safety out of his cornerback position tonight. He's got the pick 6, and the Grizzlies are up 3 touchdowns.
And look at the team meeting him on the sideline. Are they overjoyed or what?
Well, Campus, we talked about it. They don't throw it much. And Brody Johnson dropped back that time and really telegraphed the pass. Now, hold on. Is that a hanky out here at about the 43-yard line?
Oh, it sure is.
Well, I think it fell out of the referee's pocket because nobody's moving like there's a penalty. I think he just fell out of his pocket.
I think it fell out of his pocket,
Yeah, he picked it up, and he's good.
That interception was caused by the defensive front putting all that pressure on the quarterback because he was literally falling backwards when he threw the ball, and he threw a lame duck out there, and Heidebrecht, all he had to do was snag it and take off for the end zone.
And how about the speed for Heidebrecht? He turned it on to another gear at about midfield.
He's got some wheels. I didn't know that.
Oh, my goodness.
We don't get to see him run much.
And again, had been the starting cornerback, one of the leading tacklers on the team, moved to safety.
They're just they're confirming the touchdown.
I think what it is, Kevin, was a sideline warning.
Oh, that might have been.
And that's why
because all the players came onto the field.
The flag was right in front of the Grizzly bench. That's why we didn't see a conference with a referee right away.
There you go.
No yardage affected, just a sideline warning. Braden Saunders' extra point is...
He missed.
No good. 6.5 to go, first half, but the Grizzlies are up 20. Northwest 27, Campus 7. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
See the coach talking to the ref?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Can I slide back
when they all came, huh? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, you just kicked me over here. That's all. I'm used to being in this window. When they all rushed out to meet Heidebrecht, that's when they threw it. So I'm glad I said that when I said it.
6:29 left in the second quarter, and after it was 7-7, the Northwest Grizzlies have now reeled off 20 straight points, and they've built a 20-point lead, 27-7, about midway through quarter number 2. And good to see the defense get into the act. How about Ben Heidebrecht in that pick 6 that spanned, well, I believe he caught it inside the end zone. It was over 100 yards.
It was, if it wasn't in the end zone, it was just outside of the end zone, but either way, it's 95 yards plus. And he didn't let down one bit.
And I actually lost him in some traffic on the far sideline. I thought he was shoved out of bounds or about to get tackled, and then you look up and he's running away from everybody. Braden Sauter's kickoff is going to be high and short, and great special teams. Zach Morford was there to spill the up man right at the 40-yard line, which is about where he caught the football.
The magnet has been heard from.
He's the leading tackler on the team coming into the game with 29. He passed Ben Heidebrecht last week. Heidebrecht second coming into the game with 24 tackles, but Heidebrecht also has a touchdown to his credit tonight on a pick six that he just converted. How about that?
He'll be thinking about that the rest of his life. Doing it on homecoming. He'll be a big hero in the hallway on Monday.
Absolutely. Yep. So here's campus now from our left to right at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Under center is Brody Johnson. And on the triple option, he's going to hand it off to his fullback. And I'm going to say that's Isaac Crumpler, the fullback, who we do not have a name for. Nate Carter makes the stop. Crumpler listed as a receiver, but at number 42. And that's kind of that receiver position that comes around from the edge in that triple option and takes handoffs and cuts it up the middle. If it's not, it's not. But
so you think that's a typographical error? The number on our sheet says 42.
We're going to go with it.
We'll never know. We're not going to know, folks.
We're going to go with it.
Works for me.
That's why we ask coaches for rosters, and when they don't comply, what do you do? And this is going to be a fumble on the quarterback exchange from the center, and this is going to be Johnson losing it. Ball's on the turf, and Jacob King comes up with it. Johnny on the spot again. Or should we say Jacob on the spot? He's been there all night long, and he recovered a fumble.
He was right there. He was actually on the ground when the ball bounced to him.
Grizzlies had 4 forced fumbles that they recovered against East last week, and they pick up one there, which will give them great starting field position 42 yards away from the Strouds end zone. From our right to left they go. Jeremiah Moore out of the shotgun. Play action fake. Deep drop. Down the middle of the field. Pass is deflected and then caught. Touchdown, Randall Bell. 42 yards and the Grizzlies are in the end zone. It was thrown into double coverage. One of the defenders tipped it, but right to Bell, who caught it in stride.
A trademark Northwest drive, one play. But that's how you put the accent on the turnover, is to score quickly.
Go for the jugular, and did they? And they converted on the deflected catch by Randall Bell, and Sauter's extra point is through. 5.5 to go. Second quarter, Northwest 34 and Campus 7. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
When we come back, I want to say something about the 14-point swing in the series.
Okay.
The 7 they didn't get when they had first and goal.
Yeah.
And the 7 we got as a result of the turnover here.
And that was also put it in the bag cleaners play of the game. The Heidebrecht interception.
Oh, no question.
Because it would have been a 7-point game.
It would have been.
You're right. And that's probably going to be both.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be the gem of the game right there.
That might be.
Just to change it. Oh, how the tides have turned since it was a 7-7 contest in the early going. The Grizzlies now have outscored Campus since 27-0, and it's Northwest 34, Campus 7. And Kevin, how big was that pick six by Heidebrecht, which really turned this game around?
Well, that's a 14-point swing because they were about to score. So that 7 they didn't get, and then the 7 we just did get. So big play there for Ben Heidebrecht.
Can be very demoralizing to a team on the road, especially a team that hasn't won all season. Kickoff is going to be returned out to the 26-yard line by Dylan Scheller. Darius Diaz stops him, and it'll be 1st and 10 Campus from their own 26-yard line.
Darius Diaz just pulled off a 2-hitter. I hit you, you hit the ground.
He is one tough guy, that Darius Diaz is. Only 5'11", but he
beautiful tackle.
He can let you feel it, not just when he hits you, but probably in the morning as well. 1st and 10 Campus. Johnson under center, triple option. And it looks like he's going to keep it, and there's not much doing that time since that first drive of the game where they were able to run at will was campus. The Grizzlies have really snuffed out that rushing attack. Now Diaz on the stop again. A gain of just 2, 2nd down and 8 for campus.
Diaz just plugged up the hole right up the middle on that play.
Like he does so well. 2nd and 8, Dylan Johnson. Under center, then gets up to look over to the sideline for the play. Campus with a receiver on the far left side, but they've got 2 men in the backfield. Now they've got a slot receiver, and now they've got all kinds of confusion.
Well, they had to call a timeout because the play clock ran out.
Yeah, well, more disorganization from this campus team that we kind of sensed from the beginning of the week. We'll keep it right here. 4.5 to go, second quarter, 34-7. Campus trailing Northwest, and yeah, I think that's a great point you brought up, Kevin, about that 14-point swing, because
those are huge.
Yeah, if campus scores right there, it was 21-14 if they score the 7, but instead Heidebrecht takes the pick 6, and then the Grizzlies add on shortly thereafter, which was probably a demoralized campus defense at that point.
It was, and then of course, because of the turnover, we got the turnover on our side of midfield. And just drove the spike into the coffin.
It's funny. I'm sorry.
No,
it's funny. One home game left in the regular season after tonight. How about that?
That's unbelievable. There's only one more game here. We've got some games to play, but we only have one more here.
At Southeast next week, and at Carpenter Stadium for South 2 weeks from tonight, then back here for Hayes, which should be an interesting game in 3 weeks. 2nd down and 8 for campus. They'll run this one right up the middle. And that's Isaac Crumpler, the fullback, and Crumpler to the 30-yard line, a short gain. It's 3rd down and 7. By the way, Kevin, here's one for you. That first quarter touchdown by campus, the first point scored against the Grizzlies in the first quarter all season long.
That's right. I hadn't thought of that until you brought it up.
Yeah. They had pitched a shutout against all opponents in the first quarter all season long until that touchdown drive for campus in the first quarter.
They've made up for it since.
3rd down and 7, running play. This is going to be Remy Buckles coming left. He's out to the 35-yard line, dropped right there, shy of the line to gain by about 2 yards. It'll be 4th down and 8. Tough place to go for it when it's 4th down and 2, at your own end of the field.
Yeah, they're inside the 35-yard line, and the offense is staying on the field.
Again, you could be trying to go hard count here. At the same time, when it's 34-7, if you're confident in your running game, maybe they do try it. You don't have much to lose when you're 0-5 against a team like Northwest. So on 4th and 2, they will snap it. Hand off right up the middle. They've got the first down. Gutsy call, and campus converts on the first down.
Made it by less than a yard.
The chains will move. That's Dylan Scheller, the senior running back, who picks up the necessary yardage for the first down. First down brought to you by Chance Transmissions, 6325 South Seneca. Stop by and see Dave and his folks there. They'll take good care of you when it comes to your transmission.
You were right about what you said earlier. This has been a very fast-moving first half.
Clock is under 3 minutes left in the first half, and the game is 45 minutes old. 1st and 10, Johnson in the backfield running that option, and he is going to get slung to the ground. Boy, did the defense get there in a hurry. Zach Morford was there, and I think Reagan might have helped him. Nonetheless, that's going to be a loss. It's 2nd and 11.
Good sack for Morford.
Boy, Zach has just been all over the place this season. Remember last week he had all those tackles and picked up a fumble as well on a muffed snap by the punter. He was just doing it all. Tonight it's been Jacob King, whose name we were calling a bunch. Ben Heidebrecht has a pick 6 tonight, though, as well. 2nd and 11 campus from their own 36-yard line. Under center is Dylan Johnson. He's going to turn around and toss it right side to Dylan Scheller. Scheller's got the edge. He's got some room. 43-yard line, and then he got popped pretty hard by a converging Grizzly. Reagan was one of them there. And I think that was Derek Robinson who got over late and popped him really hard.
Yeah, Robinson's kind of hobbling back to the huddle over there.
Sometimes
he
it's
got hit hard.
I was going to say sometimes it's those defenders that get the brunt of the pain on their hard hits, and I think Robinson did. He's
coming off,
limping out of the game now. Yeah. So the Grizzlies will get some help in for him. Corbin Verduzco will come in at the safety position. 3rd down and 4 for Campus from their own 43-yard line. Johnson back, passing, has a man wide open down the seam, and it's overthrown again. Dylan Scheller had nobody in the same zip code, but that pass was overthrown and incomplete.
Overthrown by a yard, and there was no way the receiver could catch that one.
I think the nearest Grizzly was in Park City on that incomplete pass.
They did get behind us, and they may talk about that in their locker room at halftime, both teams, about those two plays where they got a receiver behind our defense.
Now this is interesting because they went for it on 4th and 2, about 15 yards from where they are now, but they're going to punt on 4th and 4 out near midfield.
Or at least show a punt.
Yeah, that's true.
There's the flag. What do we have? Delay of game.
Well, that's another sign of a team that's just disorganized. They're not doing that to try to
I thought maybe they were going to try and go hard count and get the first down that way.
Yeah, they didn't take that delay of game to try to pin Northwest inside the 15-yard line. That was just a bad job of getting special teams out there in time. And so now Aiden has his punt is away, and it's a low end-over-end line drive, and it's going to be picked up by Jeremiah Moore at the 21-yard line. Coming right, cuts up the middle, gets popped pretty hard by Crumpler, and Jeremiah Moore falls at about the 26-yard line. So a 5-yard return for the Grizzly quarterback. 1:02 left in the first quarter, Kevin. That's time for about 4 Grizzly touchdown drives, the way they've been going lately.
Well, they've got one drive of 38 seconds, 37 seconds tonight, so yes, plenty of time for them to score.
34-7, Northwest has the lead. Stay tuned at the half. We'll visit with our friends from Mel Hamilton Ford. We'll talk with Lisa Hamilton. Stay tuned during our Hog Wild halftime show. 1st and 10, Jeremiah Moore back, hook and lateral. Pass is going to be caught. A toss to L.J. Phillips. He will take it to the house. 75 yards on the hook and lateral, and the Grizzlies are in the end zone. And indeed, how quick was that drive?
Unbelievable. Best execution of a hook and ladder play I have seen at a high school level game ever.
I think it was Takari Brown that caught the pass, did a little out pattern on the near sideline, and L.J. Phillips was streaking by him. The toss to Phillips on the lateral. L.J. caught that pass, that lateral pass, and took it the rest of the way.
And Phillips came streaking by to catch that ball, and no one was following him. So that the campus defense was totally fooled, and we have a campus player down here.
Yeah, the Grizzlies were about to kick the extra point, and then everybody noticed that a campus player is down at around the 20-yard line. I remember about, was it last year or 2 years ago, the Grizzlies executed a beautiful hook and lateral. I think Jamar Martin was involved on the far side of the field.
Correct.
And maybe Bolden, maybe.
Wasn't that during a playoff game, I believe?
It might have been.
I think it was.
And the timing was perfect, just like that one was.
Just like that one.
That's a hard play to perfect.
It is. It's a hard play to perfect, but if you execute it properly, then the defense is just totally baffled.
That's Christian Sicard, the defensive back or linebacker, a junior who's going to limp off the field.
Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
So now the Grizzly special teams unit will come on for the extra point, with Northwest leading by the score of 40-7 with 49 seconds left. I told you they'd have time for about 3 or 4 touchdowns at that pace.
At this rate, they will.
Yeah. They can do it in a hurry.
One-play drive.
Yeah, they are the masters at it. All right, here's Sauter for the extra point. It's on its way, and it is true. 49 seconds to go. First half, we'll take a timeout. Northwest 41 and Campus 7. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
34 unanswered points.
Uh-oh.
We lose our connection?
Yeah.
Oh, go back. I've only got one bar. Now I got two. Try it now. Okay, it just connected.
Hey, you're reconnecting. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, we're back.
Nobody ever knew.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we are back with you for the final 18 seconds of the second quarter. You didn't miss much during the timeout. The Grizzlies kicked the ball off out of bounds. Campus has run 2 running plays and basically has decided they just want to run the clock out, which they are 4 seconds away from doing. So we're about to go to the halftime show with the Grizzlies leading by the score of 41-7, although a timeout has been called with 3 seconds left. So was this Steve Martin calling a timeout?
No, that was it was Campus that called the timeout.
I was going to say, because Steve Martin's got 3 timeouts left. He could call 2, have time on the clock conceivably for another 1-play drive, and I wondered if that's what was up his sleeve.
I don't know. But they pointed toward Campus as Campus being one that called the timeout. So
Okay. 41-7, Northwest has the lead. I wouldn't put it past Coach Martin. Though.
I would not either.
This is not a man that likes to let his foot off the gas until sometime late in the third quarter. And as fast as his team can score, why not? But nonetheless, Campus's offense is back out onto the field for what could very well be the final play of the first half. It's 3rd down and 2. Campus from their own 42-yard line. Dylan Johnson, their quarterback, is going to throw a little lateral out to Garrett Denning. He's around the left side. Not a bad gain into Grizzly territory. Drop, though, at the 46-yard line. And that's how the first half will come to a close. That after about midway through the first quarter has been dominated by the Grizzlies. And Kevin, you touched on it. It was that Ben Heidebrecht pick 6 on 4th down from the end zone. He took it over or about 100 yards the other way. It could have been a 7-point game if Campus converted. Instead, it was a 14-point lead, and the Grizzlies have never looked back since.
They have not looked back since at all, and you know that might have been the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak.
Or the Colts back.
Yes,
on this night of homecoming against the Campus Colts. The score, Northwest 41, Campus 7. Now stay tuned for our Hog Wild Pit Barbecue halftime show. You're listening to Grizzly Football, and it's presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
Are they coming back to us, or are they going straight to Lisa?
They'll come to us first.
Us first. Okay.
Then we'll take a break and go to Lisa.
Okay. One thing I do know, Lance likes this will move.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Grizzly Stadium on homecoming, and the Grizzlies of Northwest have given this packed homecoming crowd on the west home side of the bleachers plenty to cheer about with the score, Northwest 41 and the Colts of Campus 7. My name is Steve Strain along with Kevin Arkin. Glad you've joined us for a Friday night of high school football, and welcome in to our Hog Wild Pit Barbecue halftime show. Hog Wild at the corner of 21st and Tyler. Big supporters of Grizzly football. Don't be late. They close at 8, which is right now in a blazing fast first half because of all the running, which we knew these two teams would do, Kevin. Fortunately for the Grizzlies, they got most of the running done, and by far they have most of the points, leading by 34 points at the break.
It's kind of amazing how quickly the defense for Northwest adjusted after Campus on their first possession methodically drove 90 yards, I believe it was, for a running touchdown, all runs in their drive. And they kind of had Northwest back on their heels a bit, and they came out every drive after that. Boom. Crisp tackling, hard hitting, and Campus unable to move the ball.
And it's a change from what we have seen in previous weeks, some previous weeks anyway, Kevin, because again, the Grizzlies had not been scored on in the first quarter until tonight. And so in previous weeks, opponents were shut out in the first quarter, but like Carroll and Heights and Capon, they made the adjustments offensively and got things cranked up later on. Tonight, the Grizzlies made the early defensive adjustment, and they have kept Campus off the scoreboard since that opening drive. So you're right. Good job by Mark Marinelli and his defense to respond after the early strike by Campus.
And, of course, the offense changed nothing. And they've rolled on every possession. They have rolled. You haven't seen the punter out there, or you haven't seen Jeremiah Moore out there punting in this contest. He hasn't needed to. They've had no trouble moving the ball up and down the field at all. And it wasn't all one-play drives. They actually had some drives that were multiple plays, 6, 7, 8 play drives, a couple of them. And kind of unusual for us of late because we've had so many short possessions that we've scored on. But that, if nothing else, those drives wear down the defense.
Yeah, these Grizzly touchdown drives, if it turns into like 5 plays or more, it's turning into that's a ball control, long sustained drive from Northwest.
Yeah, they're trying to run clock all of a sudden. So
they can do it in bunches.
I'm going to bring it up again. That hook and ladder play was just unbelievable.
Yep. We were talking about our potential gem of the game brought to you by Christopher Daniels Jewelry, and we thought about the deflected pass to Randall Bell, but I think that hook and lateral was going to be tough to beat all season long that the Grizzlies executed in the second quarter.
And they executed it perfectly, and hats off to Coach Steve Martin for his keeping that one in his playbook and using it at the right time.
And just to try to draw it up again, Takari Brown, we believe it all happened so fast, but I think it was 8 Brown that caught that, Kevin. Ran a little out pattern of around 10 yards or so, and right by the sideline, he turned out, caught the pass, and L.J. Phillips was streaking by him on the sideline, and he caught the ball and like a hot potato got rid of it in stride. Phillips caught it, and nobody's going to catch L.J. Phillips, and he took it the rest of the way for a 75-yard, one-play touchdown drive late in the first half.
And if that didn't put the spike in the coffin, I don't know what does.
41-7, Grizzlies with the lead on our Hog Wild Pit Barbecue halftime show. Hey, we want to thank our friends at HTO who sit right in front of Northwest's campus, and there's still time to stop by and grab your favorite tea or a snack and head back over to the stadium if you're here, or if you're on the west side of town driving around, you want to check out HTO just south of the intersection of 13th and Tyler. They sit right in front of the Northwest campus. They've got, Kevin, 25 flavored teas that both come in sweetened and unsweetened varieties. And I've tried their unsweetened sweet tea that tastes just like sweet tea, but it's unsweetened, and it's amazing. It tastes just like Texas sweet tea.
I've not tried that because I don't have a sweet tooth, and it's a good thing I don't because I'm not allowed to eat sweets, but I love unsweetened tea, and I love unsweetened flavored teas, and there's no better place to get them.
HTO is the spot right in front of Northwest's campus, sponsors of Grizzly football. All right, we're going to take a time out on our Hog Wild Pit Barbecue halftime show, and when we come back, we'll check in with Lisa Hamilton and find out all the exciting happenings at Mel Hamilton Ford, our presenting sponsor of Grizzly football. Once again, the score on this homecoming night, Northwest 41 and Campus 7 at halftime. You're listening to Grizzly football. It's presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
I think on the web, he's got out the band.
Oh.
I think.
Did he do anything different in the second half?
Us?
Yeah.
Everything's good. Are you good?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be cognizant of my space here.
Well,
I got pushed over again, and I'm looking through these dirty
we noticed I somehow managed to force you back into your corner. No, I think, and I don't even lean to the left because I'm a Republican.
No, I think it sounded good. I've been real pleased the times I've listened to what you're doing.
The soccer parents are doing concessions tonight. I walked in there and said hello as I was walking in. And two of them said, "How are you?" I said, "I'm fine." "Are you better than you were last night?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I am actually. We could tell you were sick last night. You sounded terrible." And I did. I know I sounded like I was sick. Sorry we dropped a connection, but I'm glad we did when we did.
Well, there's nothing we can do. We don't have Ethernet even at home.
Southeast either.
No. I might let Lance know, because he's always like, "What's happening?"
Well, you know, in the gym, I do basketball in the gym. I have to use the hotspot. They have Ethernet coming out of the walls. I can't use it because of the firewall. So I end up using the hotspot in there.
What is a firewall? I don't even know.
Huh?
What is a firewall? I don't even know.
It prevents certain software programming. A firewall prevents certain kinds of software from working through the net, or it will block softwares with certain extensions.
Is it something you can do away with for our purposes, or you know?
Well, like in the district, it only allows software with that are approved to be run through, and shuts out everything else.
You'd have to get the technical details.
I tried to do it and gave up. I was going through so much bad.
Yeah.
You still interviewing?
Yeah. Hey, can you help us to... Oh, there it is. We just couldn't hear the interview, and I was asking if you could help us to hear it, but now you've fixed that. Oh, yeah, Jason had to re-download that now that you mention it, and...
I sent it to you as an MP3.
No, the halftime.
Oh, the halftime.
The halftime, yeah.
My bad.
So is it fixable, or what do we need to do?
try again after this spot runs.
Okay. Okay, thanks for fixing that. I'll try to remember that moving forward. Good job. You're the man. Yeah, roughly 3 to 4, something like that. Yep. Hey, thank you. Sorry about that. You're the man. You're the man. Huh? She's never been. I mean, all season.
That's who that is.
Was he
2 minutes.
Yeah. Was he named?
I don't know.
Oh.
Shady's on the MP. We don't have to mention it. Thank you.
Welcome back to Grizzly Stadium, where halftime festivities, including homecoming, winding down. Both teams back out onto the field. We're just a few minutes away from the start of the second half, where the score is Northwest 41 and the Campus Colts 7 at the halftime show, which our halftime show is brought to you by Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. Well, Kevin, it's time now to cover some of our keys to the second half. Your keys to the second half brought to you by Central Auto Repair and Electric, where you can leave your keys with them while they give you a ride to work. Central Auto Repair and Electric is at 975 Northwest Street. And, well, it's when you're both teams. When you're up, if you're Northwest 41-7, what would be a key to the second half? And flip it around and share some thoughts about campus as well.
Well, I'd say for Northwest, it's just maintaining focus, keeping the game plan in play. They shouldn't have to be making many adjustments because they dominated both sides of the ball throughout most of the first half. If you're Campus, you're trying to build for next week. This game is over. They know this game is over. So that what they need to do is work on fundamentals and get prepared for their next opponent.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. Kevin's keys to the half brought to you by Central Auto Repair and Electric, 975 Northwest Street. The Grizzlies got the football first to start the game, and they scored very quickly, so they will be kicking it off to Campus. And it'll be interesting because Campus's first drive of the game was their lone touchdown drive of the night, and you wonder if maybe having some time at halftime to readjust might allow Campus the opportunity to strike some fireworks again here early in the second half as well.
You never know. And, we kind of questioned when Northwest won the toss, them taking the ball instead of deferring. Turned out that was a pretty smart move.
Absolutely. Paid off pretty well. All right. Grizzlies scored, though, on every first half drive. We'll see what happens here in quarter number 3 as the Grizzlies start the second half with a 34-point lead, 41-7. Northwest is on top. And it's Braden Sauter teeing it up for Northwest. Campus has 2 men back deep, standing at around their own 6-yard line. And those 2 men for the Campus Colts, Dylan Scheller and Garrett Denning. And it's going to be Sauter with the high short kick that's going to be caught out at about the 20-yard line by one of the up men for Campus, who's going to get wrestled down at about the 23-yard line. That's where they say forward progress stopped him once again by Jacob King, who has stopped a lot of people all night long. And whether it's special teams or defensively, number 22 for Northwest. And Kevin, here's the exciting thing. He is just a sophomore.
I know. That's what's amazing about it is we've got him for 2 more years after this one, and he is just a gem.
Grizzlies start 3 sophomores. Jeremiah Harris is another. Jacob King. And then on the line, Trey Birch as well. All 3 sophomore starters on this Grizzly defense. 1st and 10 here for Campus from our left to right in their home on their road. White jerseys with black pants. Handoff right up the middle out of that triple option. And that triple option will net about 1 yard. And that's going to be Buckles. And are you telling me that Jacob King was the man on the 1 yard gain?
Jacob King met him at the line of scrimmage, and boom, both went down.
Buckles buckled.
Buckles buckled.
By the king of tackles.
Yes.
Could write a book about that.
Or a poem.
Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9 from the 28 of campus. Under center, is Dylan Johnson, the quarterback, and he's going to run some play action. Deep drop, throws down the middle. This time the pass is caught, but a very short gain. Heidebrecht was there on the stop. The catch was made by Hunter Long, a tight end who peeled around the left end and over on the seam caught it for about an 8-yard pickup. It's 3rd down and a yard.
And that's the first pass completion of the night for the Colts.
Grizzlies haven't had many more, but they haven't needed many more with their rushing attack tonight. Gain of 8 there, 3rd down and a yard for campus from their own 36-yard line. Clock at 10:44, 3rd quarter, Northwest 41, campus 7. Here comes Brody Johnson, and that offensive attack for campus. Brody Johnson under center, now hands it off right up the middle, and this is going to be a good gain and a 1st down out to the 41-yard line goes campus, and I think that was Isaac Crumpler on the carry. Nate Carter stops him, but there's a 1st down. Chains will move. All campus 1st downs brought to you by Chance Transmissions. 6325 South Seneca. Thanks to Dave and the folks at Chance Transmissions. We'll take great care of you and your transmission if need be. 6325 South Seneca. 1st and 10 campus, exactly 2 minutes gone. 3rd quarter, Northwest leading 41-7. Brody Johnson is under center. Fullback behind him, 2 backs, one of them in motion from right to left. And this is going to be Crumpler, the fullback, who carries. Flag thrown in as Crumpler is brought down right at the 45. Now, these triple option lend themselves a lot to chop blocks. This one was in the area of that or a hold, and the officials are talking about it now. It's one thing you see an awful lot of with Service Academy football are chop blocks. This one was thrown by the umpire right into the scrum where Crumpler went down.
You're right, it's a chop block.
How about that?
I don't know how the equipment stands the strain.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah, 15 big yards.
Yeah. I've watched my share of Service Academy football, but
you have.
Opponents complain notoriously that they're doing it, and they're doing it a lot more than they get called for it. But indeed, a chop block there thrown by one of the, or two actually perhaps, of the offensive linemen for campus moves them all the way back to their own 29-yard line. 1st and 25 from the 29. Brody Johnson is going to hand it off around the right side. This is Scheller, and Scheller backpedaling to try to fight his way forward to the 31-yard line before Jerome Reagan stops him. And it'll be a gain of about 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down and very long.
And at 2nd down and very long, this offensive set is going to have a problem. Not a lot of plays in the book for them.
No, there aren't. Predominantly running football team. They have had some receivers open tonight, but Brody Johnson, their quarterback, has missed them. Mostly overthrows. Guys wide open, but again, just not something they practice a whole lot of. And right now, campus is going to call a timeout with 8:55 left here in the 3rd quarter. We'll stay right here. It's Northwest 41 and Campus 7. Our thanks to Banner Automotive, sponsors of Grizzly football. They're also the home of the $40 oil change. Stop at Central and Mays for your vehicle service. Tomorrow's a Saturday. That might be a great day to do that. Banner Automotive, Central and Mays, the home of the $40 oil change. Our thanks to Stroud's also for sponsoring the Grizzly End Zone. Enjoy Stroud's award-winning fried chicken at 3661 North Hillside in Wichita.
Going somewhere new next week. Place we've never been.
Southeast, excuse me. Yeah, brand new stadium there.
Brand new stadium, brand new press box for us.
Yeah. Hey, we got to tip our hat to our friend Stephanie Carlson, part of the Carlson Connection, JP Wygant and Associates. And we've had 2 Carlson connections tonight. First of all, that hook and lateral is absolutely a big Carlson connection. And then also the Jeremiah Moore deflected touchdown pass to Randall Bell. Defensive back tipped it. Randall Bell still caught it off the deflection in stride. Thanks to Stephanie Carlson for bringing you that Carlson connection from earlier tonight. 2nd down, 22 for campus, and they will just run it right up the middle. Again, as Kevin said, just not much in the playbook on 2nd and 22. So Isaac Crumpler runs for about a yard. It's 3rd and 21.
And I think Northwest kind of smoked that one out. They sent 4 guys right to the center of the of the line, and Crumpler had nowhere to go.
So 3rd and 21, 8.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Northwest leading 41-7 as the clock is moving on this.
And one thing you don't want here is a defensive foul.
Back to pass is going to be Brody Johnson under pressure. Backpedaling throws down the left side. He's got him on there, and it's incomplete. Batted away. Nicely done, Derek Robinson. Out in coverage on the intended receiver, and Robinson was there step for step, knocked it away at the last minute as Garrett Denning was downfield, but Robinson stripped that one away.
Remember the adjustment I told you that Marinelli was going to make at halftime about receivers getting behind the line?
Yeah.
That was it.
Didn't happen. You're right, Kevin, because we saw the few times campus did look to pass in the first half, entirely too many receivers open, but not there. Robinson was draped all over Denning, the intended receiver. All right, Aiden Hess standing back at his own 17-yard line to punt. The Grizzlies will send 2 back. It's Heidebrecht along with Derek Robinson, and this punt will bounce laterally at the 36-yard line and trickle out of bounds right there.
Robinson did the smart thing and ran away from the ball. There was no way he was going to gain the yardage if he picked it up, so why risk a muff?
32-yard punt, no return, 8:01 to go, third quarter, Northwest 41, and the campus Colts 7.
Pretty good field position here for the Grizzlies.
Up in perfect shape for about a 2 or a 3-play touchdown drive. That's just going according to pattern. Jeremiah Moore out of the shotgun here, hands off L.J. Phillips around the right side. L.J. with a head of steam, now falls in behind right tackle and pulls his way to the 45-yard line before Christian Sicard brings him down. Good to see Sicard back in the game. He left the game in the first half injured after that Phillips, I believe the hook and lateral is where he got hurt.
The hook and lateral play he got hurt on, yes.
2nd and 9, Grizzlies. This is going to be a handoff. Sincere Thompson. He's got room in the first down into campus territory, dragging defenders with him inside the 45, inside the 40, and down to the 37-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup, and the chains will move.
Yeah, that's right.
So the Grizzlies are in campus territory now. Andrew Kitzling was in on the stop, but it's 1st and 10 Grizzlies, 38 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. Shotgun for Moore. He's going to run the option toss. Phillips left side. Phillips steps out of a tackle at the 35. He's inside the 30, still on his feet. No, he stepped out of bounds. They'll say he stepped out at the 27-yard line. Still a nice gain for LJ as he'll be close to first down yardage. In fact, he got just enough. The chains will move.
It's too bad that he stepped out of bounds. Had he been a couple inches further in, he would have picked up another 10 yards.
1st and 10 Grizzlies from the 27 of campus and flags. And so this play will not happen. We've got a pre-snap penalty.
Substitution foul on the defense.
Second time we've seen play stop for a campus substitution foul. And again, that just goes back to coaching and organization or lack thereof, both, as campus just looks a little confused out there at times. And so it's now 1st down and 5 Northwest. Jeremiah Moore, shotgun, hands off Thompson up the middle, big hole, then runs over a linebacker and finally gets stopped at the 15-yard line. He'll pick up 7, though. That's enough to move the chains.
And we're getting to the point in the game where our running backs are carrying defenders on their back for additional yardage.
We saw a lot of that at Heights in week 2 of the season. We're starting to see it tonight. Perhaps this Grizzly offense is wearing down the campus defense. 1st and 10, Moore throws a fade, corner of the end zone, and Bell is there, but it's incomplete. Bell was pretty well covered that time, but Jeremiah Moore threw that where only Randall Bell could catch it, or it was going to go out of bounds.
Garrett Denning did a good job on coverage on Bell that time.
Guy that plays both ways, too. He's carried the ball a number of times tonight. 2nd down and 10 Grizzlies, 15 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. Option play here. Moore is going to toss it right side to Phillips. Phillips breaking out of tackles at the 10, stepping back inside toward the middle of the field at the 5-yard line and brought down there. LJ will pick up.
Picks up 9.
Yeah, close to first down yardage. It's 3rd and a yard. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Go the Grizzlies. Jeremiah Moore looks over to the sideline for the play on 3rd and a yard from the 7-yard line. Moore, shotgun, running backs to either side. He's also got a receiver out to the right, but he'll hand it off to Phillips, bowling his way inside the 5, down to the 2 and the 1. Move the chains. LJ Phillips a yard away from the Stroud's end zone. And Brody Johnson, the quarterback, also playing both ways in on the stop. No wonder campus is getting worn down. They've got a lot of guys playing both ways. And Johnson, the quarterback, also playing defense in there on the stop that time. But it's first and goal, Grizzlies from the 1. Moore, shotgun, Phillips in motion. So Jeremiah hands it off. Nope, he'll fake it and keep it himself and cut it in behind right tackle. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
Danced in, no one even touched him.
Well, he fooled me and the defense. I thought he handed it off to Sincere Thompson, but that handoff was not sincere by Jeremiah. He was faking it, and he kept it himself for a score. Hey, it's 47-7. You got to do something to keep yourself entertained, right?
There you go.
5:40 left in the third quarter, and Sauter's extra point is through. 5:40 left, third quarter. The Grizzlies 48, Campus 7. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
All right.
Our thanks to Susan Jensen at Jensen Chiropractic across from Northwest High School for sponsoring our first and second half kickoff. The second half kickoff taking place moments ago. Jensen Chiropractic. She is on 13th Street, just a couple doors down from Ziggy's Pizza, where Susan Jensen will perform all sports physicals for just $20. So athletes head to Jensen Chiropractic at 13th Street, just across from Northwest High School, for $20 physicals. Here, it's a 41-point lead for the Grizzlies, 48-7, as Braden Sauter is going to kick this one off, and it's going to be another short kick, and this is going to be returned by Andrew Klitzing, and Klitzing is just going to dance around laterally at about the 35-yard line and get dropped. Boy, this Grizzly special teams unit, led by Corbin Verduzco that time, gave the return man, Kitzling, nowhere to go.
Absolutely nowhere to go. You know, Braden Sauter's kickoffs have all been short tonight, and I think that may be strategy.
Seems he's, and you talked about it last week, Carson aren't really mastered that art, and Sauter is as well. The Grizzlies like that. They keep it away from the dangerous return men and then rely on their speedy special teams players to get down and make quick tackles, and they did there. First and 10 Campus from their own 35-yard line. Brody Johnson, triple option. He's going to keep it, and he's going to regret that. Hit hard right at the 36th and pushed backwards. They'll say he picked up a yard, but it's second down and 9. And Jacob King wears number 22 on his jersey, and he might have that many tackles tonight.
He's got a bunch, that's for sure. He was the lead. There were 4 guys tackling him.
He was tied for fourth with 15 tackles coming into the game. He will not be in fourth place in tackles when this game's over.
Not when this game is over, no.
Second down and 9 for Campus from their own 36-yard line. Clock under 5 minutes left third quarter. Grizzlies leading 48-7. Brody Johnson under center. Receivers out to each side. Johnson is going to run an option out to the left side, now toss it, and he's going to toss it out to Garrett Denning, and Denning's in the open field, and look out, he's got wheels, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, to the 10, to the 5, did he get to the goal line? He got tackled, but was it in the end zone? No, right at the 1-yard line. Boy, some make-up speed by the Grizzlies. In fact, it was Jeremiah Harris that finally caught him at the 1. But Mark Manelli will not be happy about that defensive breakdown.
That was just an error on defense on assignment somewhere. Somebody missed one.
And it was just a toss left, a simple toss left.
And, the ball was almost fumbled. The toss was high. So, generally when you have a high toss like that, the plays break down anyway. But that time, they did not. Speaking of breakdown, Chance Transmissions sponsors that Campus first down. It's first and goal. Colts from the 1. This is going to be a handoff right up the middle. Crumpler, did he get there? No. He
fell into the pile. There's been no signal yet. And the officials from each end come in, and now they signal touchdown. So a touchdown for Campus, just their second of the night. Kevin, I was just about to say, too, one more Grizzly touchdown, and we were going to get the running clock for the rest of the night.
Now it'll take 2.
Now it'll take 2. 3:56 left third quarter. Grizzlies 48, Campus 13, and now Aiden Hess is on to attempt the extra point. And it's going to be Denning who is the holder as the kick is on its way. And it is good. Again, 3:56 left, third quarter. Northwest 48, Campus 14. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
Banter Automotive is now open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
Don't forget, Grizzly fans, you can get a $10 haircut at the 21st Avenue Barber Shop. Just ask for Jose Garcia. Tell him you heard about him on our Grizzly radio broadcast. He'll give you a $10 haircut. That's a nice discount. 21st Avenue Barber Shop at the corner of 21st and Tyler. And our thanks also to Kansas Vacuum Center, who will sponsor our Put It in the Bag Cleaners play of the game. I think we already have that pretty much nailed down based on some defensive activities in the first half. Stay tuned for that. Brought to you by Kansas Vacuum Center. And our thanks to Cliff and the folks for sponsoring our Put It in the Bag Cleaners play of the game. All right, it'll be Aiden has to kick it off. And it's going to be a low line drive that's going to bounce in and out of the end zone. So the Grizzlies will have the football at their own 20-yard line. 48-14 now, Northwest with the lead. One thing about these Grizzlies, even in a blowout game, they're not always real happy after a touchdown is scored. And a lot of times they go right back with their foot on the gas and for the jugular and get a good taste back in their mouth.
Marinelli does not like to give up big plays.
And Steve Martin, when it comes to running his offense, likes to quick strike after them. Let's see what happens here. Jeremiah Moore, zone read. He'll keep it right up the middle. Across the 25, falling forward to the 32-yard line. A pickup of 12. That'll move the chains. The Grizzlies quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Now 68 yards away from the Strouds end zone. From our right to left they go. 1st and 10. Clock running, 3:40 to go, third quarter. Grizzlies up 48-14. Moore out of the shotgun, 2 receivers, both out to the near side. Man in motion out to the left, but this is going to be a zone read. Moore is going to fake the toss and then get hit hard as he crosses the line of scrimmage, and that was Crumpler, who plays fullback and now linebacker there, and he hit Jeremiah Moore hard after about a 4-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the Grizzly 36-yard line. Moore on 2nd and 6. Handoff, this is going to be Phillips. Bouncing off a tackle at the 40, and look out. Phillips to the 50, Phillips to the 45, to the 40, to the 35-yard line. Finally shoved out of bounds. Big gain for LJ, and the chains will move. A 28-yard pickup before Johnny Harris could bring him down. They'll actually say the 36-yard line of Campus, but that's a first down and a big bruising run for LJ Phillips again.
And Phillips broke 2 tackles at the line of scrimmage before he took off down the sideline.
Clock with 3:04 left in the third quarter. Grizzlies leading 48-14, and it's 1st and 10 Northwest. Jeremiah Moore tried the hard count there. He's got 4 receivers, 3 out to the right side. He's going to throw to one of those. It's Trenton Salisbury. Little swing pass, and Salisbury gets wrapped up around the ankles by Dylan Scheller for a short gain. Good coverage there by Scheller. It's 2nd down and 7.
The pass to Salisbury was over his head, and by the time he gathered it in, he wasn't able to do too much on the ground with it after he caught it.
Campus has called a timeout, so we'll stay right here. 2:40 left, third quarter. Northwest 48 and Campus 14.
That's their 2nd timeout already.
Stay tuned after the game for our 4 Points Insurance and Financial Services post-game show. Medicare season is here. Call Chuck Yance at 4 Points to get you set during the annual enrollment period for Medicare. Slots are filling up fast. 946-0721. Again, 316-946-0721. 4 Points Insurance and Financial Services.
I know all about that enrollment stuff.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, so does Chuck. All right. 2nd down and 8 it'll be for the Grizzlies, 34 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. Jeremiah Moore takes a long look over to the sideline. He's got 3 receivers all out to the near side as the Grizzlies move from our right to left. The running back is Sincere Thompson, but Moore wants to throw out to the near side. He's got Randall Bell, who gets a good block by Salisbury, then fumbles the football inside the 30 down at the 28, but I think Bell fell back on the ball. He did. Boy, Salisbury threw a really good block, and Bell did a good job of falling back on the football. Aiden Williams hit him hard and nearly cost the turnover.
Almost did. The ball popped loose, and fortunately it bounced right back to him.
3rd down and a yard for the Grizzlies from the campus 27. Moore's going to take the direct snap, keeping himself up the middle, dancing at the 20, 15, 10, 5 to the front left corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Jeremiah Moore from 27 yards, up the middle, then cut left, and he finds the end zone again.
And he went through basically untouched again. I don't know if he's got slippery stuff on his uniform or what, but nobody seems to be able to grab onto him.
One of the things I like about his running style is he's patient. He does not explode to the hole. He's a little hesitant to find the hole, then he turns on the afterburners.
Yes, he picks the hole and then turns on the jets, as you said.
Sauter's extra point through, 1:49 left, 3rd quarter. Grizzlies 55, Campus 14. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
CatchItKansas.com.
Well, just as predicted, the Grizzlies didn't have that bad taste of the late 3rd quarter touchdown by Campus left for very long, because they just went on a pretty quick drive of their own to answer back and get 7. And with 1:49 left in the 3rd quarter, it's Northwest 55, Campus 14. Braden Sauter's kickoff is going to be high and short. Return man across the 30 out to the 31-yard line. And that's where the Campus Colts will have it. That was Dylan Scheller on the return, brought down by Tucker Ross.
Good one-on-one tackle by Tucker Ross in the open field there to prevent a big gain on that kickoff return.
Tucker did a good job filling in for Jerome Reagan when Reagan was out with an injury.
Yes, he did.
And so now he's got to make it happen on special teams, and he did right there. 1st and 10 for Campus from their own 30-yard line. Under center, Dylan Johnson, the quarterback, and he's going to hand it off, and this is going to be Buckles, tackled by Jacob King again. Those two have had a pretty nice matchup tonight, and once again, King probably won that battle, only a 2-yard run.
I'm sure they're going to make plans for dinner after the game.
Yeah. 2nd down and 8 for Campus after King brings down Buckles. 55-14, Northwest has the lead. Late 3rd quarter, clock is running. Brody Johnson under center for Campus. Buckles is behind him again. Out of that triple option, Campus in their road white jerseys, black pants, black numbers, and dark helmets as well. Handoff Buckles, tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, somebody shot the gap right away. Let's see who gets up off the bottom of the pile. It was Reagan again. Boy, he just got there in a heartbeat, Kevin, on back-to-back plays.
And he was there before the ball was, and he anticipated that play perfectly.
And that play was to the right of the defensive formation. The other was closer back this side, so Reagan's covering a lot of territory with back-to-back tackles on 2 consecutive plays. 3rd down and 8 Campus. Again, tough predicament for a predominantly running team. And Dylan Johnson is back, though. He will throw. Lobs one out to the near side. Man, wide open. Pass caught. 40-yard line. And this is going to be Andre Klitzing, and he's going to get tackled right at about the 49 of the Grizzlies. A 19-yard pickup on another breakdown before Darius Diaz chases him down.
Robinson missed him. He would have had him short of the 1st down, but missed him. Unfortunately, Diaz was there to back it up. And that will end the third quarter, no doubt.
Clock winding down to 0 once they get it started again, and indeed that was the final play of quarter number 3 with the score Northwest 55 and the Campus Colts 14. Fourth quarter coming up. Stay tuned. This is Grizzly Football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford. Start of the fourth quarter from Grizzlies Stadium. On a homecoming night, it's the Northwest Grizzlies 55 and the Campus Colts 14. This was a 7-7 game about midway through the first quarter, and 48-7 Northwest since that time. But Campus is on the move again. They've got a first down here out near midfield. Want to thank Chance Transmissions for sponsoring your Campus first downs tonight. 63-25 South Seneca. Campus from our right to left now in Grizzly territory by a yard at the Northwest 49. And it's Brody Johnson. He's going to turn around and hand it off, and this is going to be Buckles, and Buckles is going to go straight up the gut. Nice game this time before Darius Diaz brings him down, but Remy Buckles, a nice pickup there, and that'll be about an 7-yard pickup, they'll call it, at the 42 of the Grizzlies.
One of the larger gains of the night on the ground for the Colts.
They had a few back on that very first drive of the game where they scored a touchdown. Several chunks of 6, 7, and 8 yards.
Not much since, though.
No, not at all. Slim pickings. 2nd and 3 here, though. And Johnson is going to keep it himself. And oh, did he get stuck hard. Darius Diaz shot through. And that time Darius hit him hard and stayed on his feet. And Isaac Fawcett perhaps there as well. But that was a hard hit and a loss of a yard or two.
Yep, that great anticipation by the defense on that play.
In fact, it lost about 2 yards, and Brody Johnson might think twice before he keeps it the next time after that one.
You know, Campus plays a lot of players on both sides of the ball, as we've noted. And in the fourth quarter, those guys got to be getting tired.
One would certainly think. 3rd down and 3 here. Johnson, play action fake, back, throws across the middle. Man wide open, pass caught. 15, 10, 5 to the front corner of the end zone. That's Dylan Scheller, and he is in for a touchdown. From 42 yards, and another breakdown defensively in the secondary, Kevin. Another Campus receiver wide open.
There were some black jerseys around him, but they left him, they played it very, very soft on the reception, and he made one cut, and boom, off he goes to the far side and into the end zone for the score.
It was a deep post, and then Scheller just cut it over to the far sideline and beat everybody to the pylon for the score, and now Aiden Hess is on for the extra point with 10.5 left in the game. 55-20, Northwest has the lead with the extra point pending, and the snap is back and the kick is on its way, and plenty of leg for Hess, and it's good. So 55-21, Northwest with the lead, 10:31 left fourth quarter. This is Grizzly Football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford. Well, this Campus team won't go away with 10.5 left in the fourth quarter. It's Northwest 55, Campus 21, 2 second-half touchdowns for the Campus Colts.
They've made some noise on their last 2 possessions and let us know that they're not just rolling over and playing dead. You got to hand it to them.
So Aiden Hess will kick it away. And back deep for the Grizzlies is going to be Takari Brown. And the kickoff is going to be high, and it's going to be a little short, so it will not be Brown. It'll be Randall Bell, and Bell finds a seam outside the 40 to the 45, all the way out near midfield before Jerron Dodson finally brings him down. But how about Randall Bell having a big night, a touchdown reception and getting it done on special teams right there.
Picked up 35 yards on that run.
Ball spotted at the 49 of the Grizzlies.
Great field position again for the Grizzlies on this drive.
And the Grizzlies are going to go with their backup now, so it's Jace Glasper, the sophomore quarterback, who's going to keep it on the zone read, shaking and baking a la Jeremiah Moore inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. How about the sophomore Glasper looking a lot like Jeremiah Moore there?
He did. He made a nice run straight up the middle.
He was smooth with the fake handoff as well. Didn't know what he was going to do with it. Some misdirection, then cut it right up the middle. Well, he's watched one of the best do it in Moore, and now Jace Glasper getting some run here in the fourth quarter. Clock running, under 10 minutes left in the fourth. Grizzlies 55, Campus 21. Glasper is out of the shotgun. Running back is to his right. That's Sincere Thompson, so not all backups are in. Glasper's going to keep it again on the zone read, and he'll fall forward at the 35-yard line and pick up 3 yards.
Didn't sell a fake that time to the defensive front of the Colts, and they were waiting for him.
Second down and 7. Low snap, ball's on the turf. Glasper tries to fall on it, and he does. But the low snap dangerously close to being picked up by one of the linebackers for Campus, and that was Brogan Godwin who slid in and nearly picked it up. Well, that was dangerous with the snap.
When he slid in, the ball was still loose on the turf. I mean, it was a 50-50 ball at that point.
So it's 3rd and 13 now after the low snap, and now whistles here, and the play will be blown dead before it happens. Jeremiah Moore appears to be fine, just getting Glasper a chance to play here. But this is a pre-snap penalty on the Grizzlies.
False start. Didn't catch the number, but it's going to make it 3rd and very long for Northwest here.
18 to be exact.
Do you gamble with your backup quarterback, or do you play it safe here?
I think on this play, I think you gamble with it. With the lead, you got to put him in some pressure situations. They will. They'll let him throw. Pass deflected over on the far side. It's deflected and it's intercepted. And heading the other way is the defensive back for Campus, and I think that's Dylan Scheller who caught the touchdown pass. He just caught another touchdown pass, but this time playing defense on a deflected pass and a pick 6. Touchdown Campus.
Well, they played it safe, and it still burned them. The pass was way too high for Salisbury to catch.
It was just a little pass out into the flats, and then it got tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Scheller just came in, and it was perfectly laid for him after the tip and the deflection to catch it in stride and take it the other way for the score.
He never slowed up either. He was going full tilt when he caught the ball and never stopped.
It's kind of like Randall Bell's touchdown reception that was tipped.
Yes.
After the deflection, caught it in stride and took it the other way, and the extra point is good. So the Grizzlies, something to be a little concerned about as they look at film for next week. They're going to win this game, 8:24 to go fourth quarter, up 55-28, but we'll keep it right here, Kevin. Coaching staff, you like that, though.
Ball security issue here. I always talk about ball security because I still think that's the most important key for either team is maintaining security of the ball. We almost lost a fumble on this drive, then on the very next play, we give up a pick 6.
But Steve Martin likes these opportunities for growth, though, and you can go back and look at, in a game you still won, it's not like these are going to cost you winning the game.
No.
But you can improve and have a lot to learn from on some of the things we saw right there. The low snap, the pass, and the deflection, and what have you.
And you can do everything you want to in practice, but unless you're in the game behind center, it's not the same. And I would fully expect that Glasper will be back again in one play.
And the thing I like is he's out there with all the other starting skill position players too, so he's getting to throw to the best receivers, and he's got Sincere Thompson still in there. Thompson and Glasper are going to be here for 2 more years after this season too. So they're getting a lot of experience as sophomores.
That's out of bounds.
Campus kick will go out of bounds, so Grizzlies will have the football here at their own 35-yard line. 8:24 left, fourth quarter, 55-28, Northwest with the lead.
Well, high-scoring game. I did predict a high-scoring game for one of the teams.
Yeah.
I didn't think that we'd give up 28 points here. I really did not. Hats off to Campus for a productive effort.
Glasper is back out there. He'll hand it off to Sincere Thompson around the right side. Thompson across the 40 out to the 45-yard line. Think he got just enough to move the chains. A first down before Jerron Dodson brings him down. And if it's the 45, that should be enough because right at the front of the 35 was the line of scrimmage. And
well, they didn't give him a very good spot because they're saying it's second down. I thought he was well over the 45-yard line.
I mean,
when they brought him down.
Even if the nose is touching. Yeah, now the white hat has just come in and said it's a first down.
Yeah.
They are going to move the chains. Because, yeah, even if the nose is touching the 45.
That's all that mattered.
Yeah.
Yep, they moved it. Obviously, they were listening to this broadcast.
I think he's probably got his earbuds in. And 92.3 ESPN Wichita dialed in. Absolutely. And well he should.
Agreed.
Grizzlies 55 yards away from the Stroud's end zone, 8:18 to go. Fourth quarter. Northwest 55, Campus 28, first and 10. And it's Jace Glasper. 133 yards passing on the season, 1 interception. He's going to hand this one off. Another low snap, but he picks it back up and hands it off to Thompson, who is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage.
Thompson was met by Devon Hutto, full force, boom, and absolutely stopped dead in his tracks. Great hit by Hutto.
I'll actually say Thompson got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. So second down and 10, Glasper, shotgun. And he's going to hand it off to Thompson, coming left, and he's dragged down from behind. Sean Smith, a sophomore defensive lineman on the stop. And he got some help from Hutto again, and it's going to be third down and 9.
They've got Thompson well read here.
Another good thing about this, if you're Sincere, or Jace Glasper, is the ability to work the play clock now and understand time and clock situation. The Grizzlies don't want to get in too big of a hurry here with the Grizzlies up by 27 points. A false start here, though, will not make Steve Martin happy.
Going to point out a quarterback change that we both missed.
Oh, you're right. It is Diego Gutierrez who's come in.
I just happened to notice that Glasper was on the sideline.
Yeah, so Steve Martin has gone 3 deep now. And Gutierrez is going to throw a fade down the near side. He's got a man. Pass is going to be caught. What a pass on a fade. Randall Bell at the Campus 41-yard line.
Great catch by Bell.
18 yards on a fade, and Jerron Dodson, who's had a busy night there in coverage. Gutierrez first and 10 from the Campus 41-yard line. And he's going to do a zone read, and he fumbles the exchange, and it's fallen on by Campus. Brogan Godwin fell on it on the exchange. Well, that's why you bring Diego Gutierrez in, to get him some reps and get those mistakes out of the way in a 27-point lead in the fourth quarter, rather than sometime later on in his career in a close game.
That ball was so wide open on the carpet, I could have gone down and fallen on it. But yeah, you're exactly right. You bring these younger players in to give them this kind of experience because they need it.
However, back-to-back turnovers on consecutive drives for the Grizzlies, as the Glasper pick 6 was followed up by the fumble by the quarterback and running back exchange on the last play. So it's first down and 10 for Campus. Back to pass is going to be Johnson. Throws deep down the middle of the field, and his intended receiver was well covered that time. Dotson, the receiver, but there were 2 Grizzlies there all over him. It's incomplete. In fact, Brody Johnson did a good job there just to probably purposely overthrow that one and avoid traffic.
I think that's what he did. Ball was overthrown by by 5 yards. So
6:44 left in the game. Northwest 55, Campus 28. Stay tuned for a 4 Points Insurance post-game show coming up when this one is over. And it's Brody Johnson out of the triple option. He's going to toss back to the right side. This is Scheller. Scheller's got room across the 50, inside the 45, down near the 40. In fact, he'll step out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A 15-yard pickup. The chains will move. Darius Diaz gets credit for the stop. And that first down brought to you by Chance Transmissions, 63-25 South Seneca.
This Colts team moving the ball. Again, this is 3 possessions in a row that they've been able to move the ball.
The clock is moving, under 6.5 left in the fourth quarter. Northwest up 55-28. Moving under center is going to be Dylan Johnson. Triple option with 3 in the backfield, and this time it's going to be a hard hit after the ball was handed off to Denning, and he got hit in the backfield and never got back, I don't think, to the line of scrimmage.
Nate Carter just clobbered him at the line of scrimmage.
And they will say he got to the 37. Boy, I thought Carter got penetration and push and stopped forward progress before Denning got to the line of scrimmage, but they'll say he got there, and it's 2nd down and 10. 55-28 Northwest leading. Final 5:40 from Grizzly Stadium on a happy homecoming. Dylan Johnson under center on 2nd and 10. He's going to hand it off. Buckles behind right tackle inside the 35, down to the 30, and maybe the 29-yard line. That'll be about an 8-yard pickup and bring up 3rd and short. Corbin Verduzco in at safety for the Grizzlies, having a nice junior season. Seen plenty of him this season, always listed as a backup, but he was busy at Capon a few weeks ago and makes the stop there. 3rd down and 2 for Campus here as we approach the 5-minute mark left in the game. Johnson has the snap, hands it off to Buckles at the line of scrimmage, and Buckles goes down. And I think this was Reagan coming out. Yep, Jerome Reagan having a nice night in on the stop.
Right up the middle, nothing there. Totally clogged by black shirts.
How about that Grizzly linebacking core of Diaz, flanked by Reagan on one side and sophomore Jacob King on the other? That's pretty stout company.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. 4th down and a yard for Campus. They'll probably go for it. 4.5 left in the game, down by 27. Try to build some confidence here late in the game against one of the state's top teams. So Dylan Johnson will move under center on 4th down and 1. He'll hand it off to Crumpler, met at the line of scrimmage, and I think he fought forward just enough for the line to gain. Boy, one of the Grizzlies had their hands on him early. Jacob King finished him off. I think it was Nathan Carter that hit him first, but Carter couldn't quite bring him down.
Couldn't hold him back.
So the chains will move. Chance Transmissions, 1st down for Campus. Exactly 4 minutes left in the game. Northwest 55, Campus 28. And Campus is on the move, looking for their 5th touchdown of the night. Their 4th on defense if they can score here. Handoff Crumpler up the middle, got bumped into pretty hard, and down he goes. And that time Nate Carter, I think, is going to get credit for the stop as he shoved over the ball carrier Crumpler there. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. So back to the line of scrimmage goes the Campus Colts on 2nd down and 8. Clock under 3.5 left in the game now. Dylan Johnson hands it off Crumpler. Not much doing there. He'll pick up a couple. Let's pause for a station identification. This is Grizzly football on ESPN Wichita 92.3. Third down and 6 Campus from the Grizzly 23-yard line. Under 3 minutes left in the game.
And you know this is 4-down territory.
55-28. Northwest with the lead. And this is going to be a toss left side. And dancing around is going to be the ball carrier in the backfield. That Dylan Scheller's had a very busy night. Brought down there at about the 18-yard line. And Derek Robinson and Verduzco combined on the stop. They've been busy lately. And that was a 1st down, so the chains will move. Chance Transmissions brings you that 1st down for Campus.
Colts in the red zone again, following the turnover. Turnovers are just deadly.
This game on the heels of a shutout pitched by the Grizzly defense last week, but this triple option has been tough for Northwest to stop tonight. 1st and 10, handoff, and right away Crumpler is dropped. Boy, he just could not escape Nate Carter that time. Carter had a sack coming into the game, and it's not a sack, but it's going to be a tackle for loss of a yard at 2nd and 11.
Carter was right there to meet the runner at the line and actually cost him a yard.
We've started to call Nate Carter's name quite a bit. He doesn't have tackles each time we've called his name, but if nothing else, Kevin, he's slowing down the ball carrier.
He is. He's in on the play, and that's critical.
Coaches like to see you around the ball. You want to wrap up most every time, but at least swarm to the ball, and Carter's done a good job of that. Handoff up the middle. Not a lot doing that time. Grizzly defense, Corbin Verduzco there. And I think that was Scheller on the carry. It'll be 3rd and long. Well, we're approaching the 1-minute mark left in this one. Grizzlies are going to get a homecoming victory. The question is by how much? 55-28 is the score right now.
And the Colts are in no hurry. Obviously, they know they're not going to win the game, so they're trying to build here for next week.
3rd down and 8. Under center is Johnson. Triple option, back, play action. Has some time, throws across the middle. Pass is going to be intercepted. Well done in the secondary. Derek Robinson. He juggled it and picked it off by jumping the route, and the Grizzlies get the turnover. That's his first interception of the season. The Grizzlies, as a team, have 3 interceptions now, and the offense will come out and likely get into victory formation, and we'll call it a night.
Exactly what we'll do, and kudos to Robinson. He ran in front of those 2 defenders, 2 receivers, and literally stole the ball from their grasp.
And it'll be Jace Glasper back in for Northwest now. And he's out of the shotgun. Doesn't look like he's going to take a knee because he'd be in the end zone. So they hand it off. And I think that's Thompson running to the 1-yard line.
That's all he got. They can't take a knee. They're too close to the goal line.
But the Grizzlies don't have to snap it again if they don't want to, because the play clock hasn't even started yet, and the game clock's at 25. And I think that's the question the Grizzly offense is asking is, do we want to run a play?
And I would say the answer is no.
Steve Martin has waved them over for the handshake, and that will do it. Well, it wasn't always a thing of beauty, but the Grizzlies put up 55 points again, and they get it done, and they are now above 500 for the season with the final score, Northwest 55, Campus 28. Now stay tuned for our 4 Points Insurance post-game show. You're listening to Grizzly Football, presented by Mel Hambleton Ford. Yes, sir. Very nice. Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir.
ever open this?
I didn't know it was mine. Oh.
We'll save it.
Welcome back to Grizzly Stadium. It's a final Northwest 55, the Campus Colts 28. With a win, the Grizzlies above 500 for the first time all season. At now 3 wins and 2 losses. Campus is now 0-5 on the year. This is our post-game show brought to you by 4 Points Insurance and Financial Services. That time of year is here again. It's the annual enrollment period for your Medicare plan for the upcoming year. Slots are filling up fast, so give Chuck Younts a call, 946-0721, 946-0721. Grizzlies won the opening kickoff. They took that drive very quickly, in fact, 37 seconds, I believe, all the way down in just a few plays, 4 of them, to score a touchdown. But Campus, Kevin Arkin answered real quickly with a long sustained drive of several minutes, and midway through the first quarter or thereabouts, we had a ball game at 7-7, but the Grizzlies turned it on after that. But I think when you go back, if you're Steve Martin and Mark Marinelli, the offensive coordinator, and look at film, they still have some things this team has to work on, and we are now more than halfway through the regular season.
We are, and you're right. They do have some things to work on. That was obvious in the second half in particular. First of all, ball security is an issue, and they did cough it up a couple times, albeit not with first-line players doing it, but as a team, they can't be giving the ball away. We gave up a pick 6, had a couple of fumbles, and that provided impetus for the Colts to then take the ball down on short fields to score. On the fumbles in particular, they were able to score on a short field, and as they were running the ball, the Colts were very effective with their triple option in running the ball against us. And I know we have not seen this offense this year. It's the first time we've had to play against it. We're going to see it again. I'm sure we're going to see it again, if not in the regular season, in the playoffs. Somebody's going to say, hey, Northwest is vulnerable against that. We need to do some of that.
And it's not an easy offense to stop, as you talked about. You just many times, if it's executed properly, don't know where the ball's going. But to the Grizzlies' credit, for the most part, after that early touchdown drive, the defense made the adjustments. But again, not a totally clean game the way we could describe last week's when they won 55-0 or 56-0. 55 points for the offense tonight, but they gave up 28 in the victory. All right, we've got some other things coming up after we take a timeout, including our Put It in the Bag Cleaners play of the game, the one that basically sealed the deal, and our gem of the game. Both of these plays took place in the first half, so stay tuned for that as our 4 Points Insurance and Financial Services post-game show continues. Again, the Grizzlies 55, Campus 28. This is Grizzly Football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.